Boo.
Alright, hello friends. Hello. I see Drow in the chat saying hello.
Hello, Drow.
Alright. So, let's get into a quick recap here. So we are still in Book 2. Ooh, soundbar, you too loud, my guy. We are still in Book 2, and you guys have gone to the party at the mayor's house, who has successfully got his guests in just a total drunken state. You all took advantage of that to start exploring the house. Susan helped you guys narrow in on the most evil part of the house, while others gathered information on what exactly the fuck was going on here. You managed to find your way into the Asmodean Knot, which is an extra-dimensional space that the mayor is using to store, artifacts and things of power, and it is where you're hoping to find the Chelish Crux, which has all the keys and information you need to get into Delvehaven, the now closed Pathfinder Lodge in Westcrown. You've slain all manner of beasts. Someone failed to save that has not yet come back up. I believe it was Akio. But
it came back up at some point.
Yeah. You heard some voices whispering behind you that you were fucked and you're gonna die.
Oh yeah. Now that we're a new level, does he get to resave?
Ooh. No. All right. Beep, 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 beep. And we do have a new player with us today. Your character will come in just a second here as we kind of get things going.
Okay.
But the last thing you guys did was go through all these hallways of various scary things like arachnophobia, other phobias that I have trouble pronouncing. But you guys have two other doorways you haven't gone through yet, as well as you could double back to a room that was full of like a flaming pit with a ball of chains in it. That's this area up here by B12. There's also a door to the left of Zakana's character token, and one at the bottom below all the rooms here. You guys have got an XP level up. You haven't yet decided whether you're going to leave and try to rest outside this extra dimensional space or press on.
We should camp here, guys.
So what do you guys think?
No, I think we were having a serious discussion about just going back out because the party's going to go on for like a week.
And you think at least your contract estimated around 3 days? You think minimum 2 days? Like that, you saw how crazy it was when you guys got in here, and that was only at like, midnight the first night. Like shit's gonna keep going crazy.
Yeah.
So
how would we find the opportunity to come back in if we left?
Well, it depends. How far do you guys would you want to leave? Because potentially you could just get back out.
Yeah, we could just
into
hang out
like
in
the attic. Yeah.
It was completely abandoned.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna come up there anyway, right?
That depends whether or not they see that sign that you guys changed from no entrance to, I think, open for business was what you changed it to.
How long does prestidigitation last?
That shit's permanent, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's got like a 1 hour duration, doesn't it?
It can't be permanent. Not as a cantrip.
Prestidigitation, the Pathfinder version. Let's double check. I want to say it's like 1 hour.
It's 1 hour.
Okay.
So I'm not very familiar with Pathfinder and camping. Sorry.
No, sorry. I'll give me 1 sec. I'll roll a D100 on my end. If it is above, to be honest, I feel like all the people went to find bedrooms. So I'm gonna say if it's above like an 85%, someone is gonna drunkenly stumble upon the sign. But apart from that, I think it'll be good. Okay, you guys. No one thankfully notices the sign.
Okay. Let's just chill in the attic, I guess.
All right, is everyone good with chilling in the attic? I can drop us back on that map really quick. Give me a second.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
B11 on that
Oh, I can go back. We tap.
dungeon map.
Yep. B11 slippery tunnel over here.
Right. How cumbersome would that be to get back up?
You think if I would say if you took 20 on it, you would be able to just gradually make your way back up.
Got it. Okay.
Taking 20 in that case, because it's like, getting a 20 and however long that task would take, it probably takes you like 25, 30 minutes to get all the way up, just because it's so like slick and steep, but you'd be able to manage it. All right. If no one has any objections, then I'm going to move us back to the attic map. So you guys are going to be able to rest here. Is anyone doing a watch?
I can watch.
Oh yeah,
I can
we're
sleep and
definitely
watch.
going to watch.
All right. Who wants to take the first shift there?
There's 5 of us, so we break it up by 2 hours apiece, so we each get a total of 8, right? Unless there's an elf.
Perception skill. I don't think you have any elves, but so
I've got 13 ranks in it.
ranks. Roll the d20 with it.
I mean, sorry, what am I saying? 7 ranks.
Did it roll the dice or did it just?
13 skill.
This is a skill unlock.
Oh, it's with 10 ranks. Isn't the next skill unlock at? Hold on, oh, I see.
I
Okay,
think it's
sorry.
25
I was reading the 10 one. So you still have to make the roll, but yeah, it doesn't get the penalty.
Yep.
All right. So are you doing the first watch, or are you just making that roll while asleep?
I'm just telling you guys that I've got this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think they know that you're like pretty perceptive here. Does anyone actively stay awake though?
Yeah, Susan does.
All right.
I'll take second shift.
All right. I'm gonna say have Susan give me a perception check then, as you're going on first.
Gotta find it. Okay, here I am perceiving.
11. All right.
Am I allowed to make?
But I don't have a lot to perceive. It's just a door, right?
Or just you're also it's not just looking, you're listening around the attic as well. If that makes sense.
So with this rank, am I allowed to make perception checks when I'm asleep? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can make a perception check while asleep. It's just that normally you take a -10 to your roll. So you don't get the -10.
So mine's only half.
Yes. Yours just your roll d20, I believe, with -5. All right.
Cool.
As he's listening around, and if you guys want to make checks while asleep as well, everyone feel free. Just make sure you add you just roll it and add a -10 on is at the end. Chalcedek is probably just leaning against a wall, just totally spent from this insane encounter. But I'm gonna have our new player here make a roll. Give me a stealth roll for our newest party member.
Now, how do I make a stealth roll here? I've never
right.
used Roll20.
No, you're good, man. It's a process. So if you go over to journal, tap on your character.
Yep, already there.
Character sheet, and then you scroll down. Excuse me. Make sure you're on the main tab, and on the right side will be all your skills. You just scroll down and click stealth. And that's all there is to it.
Okay. There we go.
All right. So since you are fully staring at the door, Susan, I think what's gonna happen here, and I'm just gonna give me 1 second.
Zakana hears him though.
Zakana is also gonna hear. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just I'm gonna put a temporary token on yours for now, just so you can put your icon on the map until you find one that you truly desire.
I always thought of character introductions like in Left 4 Dead, where they're just in some toilet cubicle trap and you just gotta open the door.
Oh, they have that fucking like orange outline.
I was expecting him to be trapped in the dungeon, honestly.
Well, I was waiting to see whether or not you guys like were out of the dungeon, were in the dungeon, like what the plan was. All right. I'm gonna give you just a little random token that I have because I don't want to delay us too much. But this is from a different AP that I have from Ruins of Aslant, and they have a bow, so we'll use this for now.
Oh, so you're not an alchemist.
No, I did not go the alchemist route.
All right. As you stare at the door, you see kind of like stealthily. This is Susan seeing this. You only see it like the last second. You see about 4 feet high, a dwarven figure with a bow strung across their back.
That's not right.
It's not a dwarf? Oh, I was looking at your character sheet on.
Oh, what the? No, I'm human.
Oh, okay. Ignore me. Sorry, I was looking at the one on Roll20. Never mind. Retract that back. You see a human crouched in the doorway, kind of bow slung across their back, doing their best to sneak their way in. Zakana, you're gonna hear like just the slightest creak of a floorboard. But I'm gonna drop just a temporary token for you over here.
Cool.
That'll be your token right there. What you see looking in the room is you see Akio, before I describe what do you look like right now?
Fuck, was I blonde or brunette?
I think you were just with like the brunette woman version of yourself, if I recall.
No, wasn't
Yeah,
he the
pretty-
half?
No, he
I-
ducked out and
half.
fixed that like right at the end, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. So you're like peering in, and you're gonna Susan, you're gonna spot him right here, so you have a chance to interact in a second. But you see a rather beefy tiefling, gray skin, single horn. You see Zakana over here. This one's kind of snoozing, but she's got like long swords on her waist. See a sorceress also asleep. You don't know for sure she's a sorceress by looking, but appears to have like a spell component pouch, maybe some arcane accessories. A little mouse that seems to be chilling with the party, as well as a famous actress in the city. Calcenica is just kind of sleeping against the floor. It looks like a battered and attacked group of people. You were looking in here for things that might be able to help West Crown. Maybe the mayor has been secreting things away from the general populace. The whole hometown is in chaos. But as you stroll in, you kind of lock eyes here. Excuse me. With another tiefling in full plate with the symbol of Sarenrae emblazoned on the front. Let's start with Susan. As you see him peeking in, what do you do?
How violent or potentially aggressive is your character looking right now?
What vibes are you giving off with your guy?
Well, I'm really just kind of sneaking around, not really intimidating or anything like that. Just kind of look like a normal dude in robes.
Not looking for a fight, just not
No.
trying to be seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, getting the lay of the land.
Okay. So, Susan, the tiefling, all majestic, 5'6" of him. He's leaning up against a wall, and he has his sword out, but it's casually propped next to him. Can I help you? You lost?
Not really lost, just looking for stuff. Who might you guys be?
He doesn't look like a guard.
We're the Friends of Arameus.
Oh, hold on. Can I hear this conversation? Let's see.
Oh, did you roll perception to see if you woke up?
No, I have a -1 modifier. So.
I mean, you are presumably. I mean, you're probably like over by Cal. God damn it! This I keep getting her mixed up with Calcetica. You're probably over by Calcetica, just like fully passed out.
Yeah.
Snoring, and it's not cute.
Yeah, the pair of them are just both like snoring. Like, had too much to handle at the party. Went into this dungeon full of just, like devils and undead.
Hey, there's nothing that's never like. Akio's always cute. How dare you?
It's been a trying time. Yeah, so
Susan, he doesn't look like a guard.
yeah, you would definitely tell that he is not wearing the
Yeah.
like the black and red house guard uniforms of the mayor.
Yeah, he mentioned he was in robes, so
Yeah.
and with a bow. Yeah.
Not
Not guard attire.
at least not here.
Zikana's just Captain Obvious.
So, yeah, we're the friends of Arameus. We're, sleeping. As people do.
Well, you don't really look sleepy right now.
I'm not sleeping. They're sleeping. And he definitely adopts the tone like he's talking to the stupidest person in the world.
You see him. I feel like with all like the Susan doesn't have like prestidigitation or anything, right?
No.
I feel like you definitely got like some like grime and stuff on you that like very much like soot and like battle marks that does not look like something you'd find in the attic. That I think Grizz would notice pretty fairly quickly here.
You'd probably also get the impression that even though he talked to you like you're an idiot, Susan is an actual idiot. Not the smartest crayon in the box.
Definitely like the pot calling the kettle black here. Hell yeah.
Yeah, except for the pot calling the kettle, it's like the pot looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
So as you kind of like you get the sense that you're not exactly in immediate danger here. How do you think you proceed into the attic with like the rest of the party?
I'll carefully walk in. I mean, most of them are sleeping right now, and no one here looks too intimidating, so not too worried about that.
Oh, that's like you haven't met Akio yet. That's a really funny thing to say.
Just wait till that flail is swinging.
I check for anyone with him.
4 foot nothing girl stands up. Yep, she's terrifying.
As you guys kind of like look him up and down, it's kind of saying like giving him a once over. Hellcat, how would you describe your character? Clearly not a dwarf, as I as I fucked up before. You got the robes, you got the bow. What's your kind of general vibe here?
I'm about 6'3". Blonde hair. Yeah, just more he stands on a more like neutral stance.
Sure.
Kind of more like almost like a monk.
I'm gonna roll a random check here. I'm gonna see if either the mouse or Calcenica wake up too. Lab rat on a nat 20 is gonna kind of stir awake. You see the little mouse that was next to the two tieflings looks up and in like fluent common is just like, "Hey, Acro, wake up! There's another guy here. He's just kind of standing there. He's in the doorway, menacingly." Damn it! Yeah, I was thinking. I like blanked on the word. He's standing there,
Menacingly.
Not really menacingly, but I just wanted to make that joke.
That's funny.
So Acro, I think at this point, as people start
would
like
be menacing to a mouse.
That's a fair point. I guess if I was like 3 inches long as my whole body, I'd be menaced by everything. But I think other people start like popping awake here. Yeah.
Should I roll my addiction checks now?
Yeah. Go ahead and make those fortitude saves. This is against the, I believe it was Flayleaf and Elven Absinthe, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Was that? I'll assume that was the Flayleaf.
I would say Flayleaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, hell yeah! I think. Let me double check. Elven Absence. It's either 1 or 2 saves.
Yeah, I think
Moderate, I believe, is 2 saves. So
I think it's 3.
3. Goddamn.
Yeah, but I just don't get the penalty.
Yeah, but
for
yeah.
Thomas.
So today you like you wake up from like just the little bit of sleep you've gotten since getting back to the attic. Look at the bottle of absinthe, and with that save, being able to resist it, you're going to avoid the penalties for today. As you're just like, what the fuck were me and the mouse doing? Like, why were we drinking this?
I'm gonna look at this newcomer, and I'm gonna ask him, "Did you bring any of those tiny cakes from downstairs?"
I'm gonna say,
Actually,
yeah. Did you bring any? Cut through the party.
I've actually I didn't realize there's a party going on. I didn't come through downstairs.
Ooh, snuck in
Hold
from
on.
the top.
Let's roll another check. There's a lot of conversation going on. Akia probably is woken up at this point, right?
I know. That's what I was saying with Acro. I was saying like everybody probably is stirring at this point as people are just talking in the room. So I think you and Calisthenic would just stir awake if you want to chime in for sure.
Yeah. Akia's gonna wake up and she's gonna fucking throw her hands in the air. So much for a secret society. Guess we're just fucking letting everybody in now, huh?
Let everyone into what?
The fucking bastards of Hermes, our secret society against the crown or whatever.
Calisthenic, who's like full hungover next to you, is just like, wait, was that like that gang that was like running out of the abandoned part of the city? Are you guys in that tiefling gang?
No, so we have a couple tieflings and we killed every member of that gang. So we decided to appropriate their name and use it for good.
Why did you guys even act in the play? I thought you guys were actors.
Oh, that was just a ploy to get invited to this party so that we could sneak up here and steal the MacGuffin.
No,
Except for Susan.
Susan's an actual actor.
Yeah.
I think Calisthenic would be like, I don't know, Susan's like really good. For Grizz's character, he basically just looks over it like, for some reason he seems like not the most intelligent, but you weirdly have heard of him. Like he did really well in the play that they were all part of.
Grizz is my cohort, not Jeff's character. I
Oh,
don't know
sorry.
who Jeff's character is.
Malachi?
Yes. Malachi.
That was me.
Apologies. I like jumped out of an Uber and like went straight here. Getting names wrong.
Is Jeff
You
your
should
character
know.
name or is Malachi
It's,
your character name?
It's Malachi. It's Malachi. Yeah, Malachi would. I think you would definitely. They were like so popular with that play that you would recognize them. Also, I got your actual little token working there. It wasn't loading for me for a minute.
Awesome.
You'd recognize everybody but the brunette girl.
That's true. You are hiding because she was disguised as the male lead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you guys. I think I have heard of you.
Right, we're the friends of Hermes. We're making a name for ourselves.
Why hiding in the attic?
No, by killing tieflings.
And being you made a lot of fame checks. Sakata's just like, why are we spilling all of our secrets?
Oh,
Labrad's
that's a
like,
very good point.
the mouse is just like, hey, Acro, he's got like a bow. Maybe he could help us get in there and get the thing. What do you think?
Well, depends.
Ooh, do you guys want to
look
do like
at-
an initiation?
Well, I look at the stranger. Have you introduced yourself formally to us?
Not yet.
Not yet. You could ask him for it though.
Are you
asking
prepared to
Susan.
have your name known far and wide to be reborn as a god in the next world?
Damn it.
I love Acro.
Aggie's gonna kind of speak up over the fucking cult talk and say, "You can ignore him. That's just how he is."
I think
No,
I
that's-
think you've fully
Oof.
indoctrinated Lab Rat at this point. He's just like, yeah, praise the bringer of end times.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
Hey, that's a
Then
start.
he can join.
I think that's enough for you to join in Agro's eyes.
Someone's tapping a storm.
So,
Yeah, I get-
Yeah,
You
all
were-
I
I
can
think
hear
it's
is
Zakana.
Zakata, your keyboard's so loud.
yeah, Zakana, your mechanical keyboard's intense, buddy.
Oh, here you
it
go.
sounds like your mic's right beside the keyboard.
That's because it is.
Zakana asked Labrad to get him to introduce. Are you asking? Are you getting
Why
Labrad
doesn't
to
Zakana
introduce?
just use-
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Because Susan's just staring blankly at him now.
I think Labrad's just
Yeah,
like,
but
well,
Zakana also has a voice, right?
yeah. You can just
Yeah,
just
you
tell
can
us.
look up.
Yeah,
Um,
she's kind of shy, you know. She's got that doesn't. That's why her charisma.
Fair enough. I think Labrad's like, well, what's your name, stranger? Who are you?
My name is Malachi.
That's a beautiful name.
It's fine. What's the actual name of our fucking gang? I forget.
You've invested so much on the joke name, you forget the actual. It's the Children of West Crown. It's like the rebels who are also trying to get the city to you've probably Malachi's probably heard of them. You know, as you're trying to get the city to help get rid of the chaos in your hometown here.
Well,
The Children of West Crown are
what
like
was
rebels essentially.
the leaders of the fucking secret society.
The main one is Ariel, and
Yeah. I'm gonna ask if he was sent by either one of them.
I was not. No.
full freelance.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know there's rebel groups. I've heard of them, but never met anyone. I've only just got back into town.
you didn't come through the party downstairs. You
No.
haven't met the children of West Crown, the leaders. You just appeared up here. Are you an angel?
I wouldn't really say an angel, no.
Susan looks
I'm gonna
disappointed.
I'm gonna look over at him with kind of understanding eyes and say, honestly, we've kind of just been bumbling through this whole save the city thing up to this point. I showed up at a bar because I heard that there was going to be free drinks, and then they started talking to me about taking down the government. I was chased through
I love
sewers.
Good Friday night.
We stole a fucking caravan. We have a siege weapon, by the way. It's pretty relevant information to the people joining the cause. I feel more people should know that we stole a siege weapon from Hell
I
Knights.
forgot you still have the ballista stashed away.
We became famous actors. We got invited to a play, and now we're in the mayor's house looking for a magic item that'll help us get into an abandoned Pathfinder lodge so that we can turn off whatever's sending the night creatures into the night.
I think you would definitely be appealed or interested in that, considering a lot of the chaos is coming from these nightly attacks by shadow beasts. So if this item could help that's a steal. That's a good thing to find.
It definitely is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it seems like a pretty big coincidence that he's here, and that's kind of the entire plot up to this point. We've just kind of been bumbling through. So I'm down to invite the whatever his name is.
Yeah, Malachi.
I can't remember my own character's name half the time.
All right, fair enough. I think without it, any like, I think we can hand wave any like sense motive and checks and stuff. As I feel like Malachi, it seems pretty legit here. He's not trying to sneak in and shoot you all with a bow in your sleep.
No.
But with that, so Malachi already had that level. But as you guys can feel free to prepare your levels, is there anything else you want to try to do in the party as you kind of catch Malachi up? Explain that like through the mirrors, how we get into where the mayor's been hiding everything. There's like a dungeon in there. Is there anything you guys try to do in the party during these like wee hours of the morning before re-entering the mirror? Or like, do you try to like, is there anything else you want to do in the manor or trying to sneak out of the manor? What do you think?
Yeah,
Well, I would like to find a cleric.
Okay.
that's my survival check.
to get rid of this addiction.
Okay.
Because
Are
I do
you?
not like
I would say, do you have knowledge? Does Acro have knowledge local?
I do not. I got a lot of other knowledge though.
What do you need?
If you have knowledge religion as well, you could try to find like the nearest temple to the mayor's house.
I do have religion.
Okay, I'll let you roll that too. Oh yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
you know that about pretty close, like a couple of blocks from the mayor's house, there is a church to Abadar, who would those priests are almost certainly willing to cure pretty much any affliction or addiction for like a little bit of gold, or perhaps be persuaded to do it.
I may need to take some gold from the party loot list. But
Addiction is what?
it's remove
spell?
disease.
It's remove disease.
Remove disease.
Yeah.
I could
Oh.
just come with you and we
No,
could just
I got-
talk it into.
I got you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. My new level, right, has a new
Intriguing.
mercy feature
Oh
for
shit!
lay on hands.
Can you remove disease?
I hate lay on hands, remove disease.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
good.
wonderful.
There is just like this, like brief glow as a godly power, outside of your own of Grotus, just like washes over you this light. And as you're kind of like itching your arm, like feeling like, oh man, I really want one of those fucking flay leaf cakes. They, like sound really good right now. And he just purges those addictions from your body, and you're just like, oh, no, I'm good.
That is good. I didn't like missing 14 hit points.
Labrad's just like, Acro, you seem less twitchy. Do you feel better?
Much better. Those cakes were almost my downfall.
Look,
They
I'm
were
gonna be
too
honest.
delicious.
When I suggested all that stuff to you, I just escaped from like the feast where they were making all the mice eat the drugs to put inside the snakes. I was still pretty high when I made that suggestion.
Now we know the powers of peer pressure. Let's
Yeah.
not succumb to it.
No, the only
Wait,
peer
hold
pressure
on.
we should subscribe to is the glorious will of Grotus when he slams into the boneyard and brings an end to all.
I nod sagely. You have learned well, little one.
He's just like, listen, I think maybe like, how are you at like stitching?
Like, sewing?
Yeah, like could you make me like a little priest robe?
Is the
I
mouse
look
gonna
down
take
at my
it?
big,
Rolls it?
blocky
There.
fingers. No, I don't think I could. I could try.
I think Labrad turns to Zakata. Is just like he's not addicted, but he's just like, Zakata, you're really good at stabbing things. Could you stab a needle repeatedly out of some cloth and then make like a loop stitch?
Maybe once we're not in an attic in the middle of
You know what? That's fair. I'm asking a lot of you guys.
Wait, what's the question?
he was just trying to get Acro
Brad
to like,
wants a little priest robe.
yeah. All right.
I
can
know
just
just
buy her
the guy.
buy Labrat one when we get out of here.
I
Just,
don't
like, go to, like, a
think they make
toy-
one for mice.
like a toy shop for kids.
Yeah, buy one for like dolls and stuff.
Still get him a whole fucking doll wardrobe.
We'll get you a Barbie doll and you can wear her clothes, Labrat.
Rad! All right, so we got so Labrad, Tux, you got Acro, you get your diseases taken care of. Akio, you said did you have something else you wanted to do to prepare for the next dungeon dive here?
No, I was just saying that me and that CMB check was my snuggle attempt,
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
and I was willing to help Acro if he needed it, but apparently you can just do drugs if you know a strange religious man to touch you. I think that's the moral of today's story.
Today's
That's the
moral
most
lesson is as long as you have
offensive.
divine magic, you can get away with whatever you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sentence, couldn't you have worded that like literally any differently than what you just said?
All right. So you guys got your badass new archer friend. If you guys are ready, then shall we drop back into the Asmodean knot?
I need you to roll HP first.
Ooh, do it.
Me to roll HP?
Sure.
Okay. What am I rolling?
68.
68. Holy fuck! Hold on. I didn't have this many D8s ready. Fuck. All right, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 48. So we're just gonna roll these twice. Oh baby! All right, that's a 7, a 7, a 6, and a 4 for the first ones. 7, 7, 6, 4. And
Wow.
Lucky.
how many more was it?
2 more.
2 more. All right, hold on. Then a 3, and then an 8. Holy shit, that was high.
Nice.
God damn.
That's some really good HP on our backline monk.
I know.
God damn.
Ah.
You can
It's
thank the Starfinder group from Thursday. I was using their games dice, and their one rolled like it rolled at 7 and 8 both times. So maybe that's why the Starfinder people are doing so well. I'm gonna fucking test these dice.
Just roll once and your hit point dice.
All right, you guys are all powered and rested. Spell slots, muscles, and lack of addiction to illicit substances.
Can we get the HP bar back as well?
Yes. I'm gonna drop you guys back on this side, and then you should have your HP
Um,
bars here.
Can we like? I suggest to the group that we explore the B12 out.
The B12. Yeah. Do you guys want to? I'd say we can hand wave. You guys are able to get back to this juncture over here. Here, I'll drop Malachi on the map as well over there. So when you guys get down the like slippery tunnel from before, Akio, Calisthenica would probably ask you before you re-enter the magic mirror. She's like, should I just stay back? I don't want to be in the way.
Do you want to come? I mean,
I'm a little scared, to be honest.
come on.
Give me a diplomacy
What's the
check.
worst thing that can happen?
She's like, I could die. That's like pretty bad.
No, Accio.
What did we just learn about peer pressure with me and Labrad?
That as long as you
She's
have
like
a-
still hungover, gets the wrong message from that. She's like, I told you I'm not worshiping Grotus. And Labrad's like, soon! Soon the great moon god will shine through the abyss. So you guys have 2 paths here. So you have leading down where B13 is. There's like a little dirt path going that way. There's a door, down in the central viewing platform for all the phobias. There's a door, well below that at the bottom. And from where you are standing, especially Acro right there, you can see into that same room with all like the giant chain ball and the burning pit below it.
Real quick, Ben.
Yes.
On our way down here,
Yes,
we
sir.
loot all the books from this area.
All the what?
All the books.
Oh, all the
All
books
the
from the front
books?
one? Yeah, okay. Give me 1 sec to give you the total value. Yeah, you guys get, now that you're not on like a time crunch here, you guys can get all the books from there. Give me an appraise check. Anyone who wants to make that skill roll?
Probably not. Vincent.
All right, 21's pretty good. 14 assisting that to a 22. So you know this collection of like older, not necessarily like magical books. They're not giving spells, but they are giving like, you know, a lot of like arcane lore and knowledge. The total collection, including that one really valuable book you got, is worth 2,800 gold pieces. And that's a treasure item. So that's silver full.
Akio, do you want to put that into the loot list?
I'm in there now.
All right. Then I believe you guys got everything else there. So I mean, yeah, you guys got a variety of doors here. I'd say now that it's a new day, anyone who's looking down at like the pit room, if you want to make another perception check, so you guys kind of failed it the first time, but you could definitely make it again now that you have kind of left and returned after a while.
You know, that's a good point. Now that it's a new day, does Akio get another save from whatever that whispering?
Ooh,
paper
that's a good point. Yeah, as you re-enter the dungeon, you're gonna feel kind of like a cold feeling in the pit of your stomach. Go ahead and give me another will save for Akio. Ooh, just fucking barely, dude. As you re-enter, you are now in range again for the bad thing that was going to happen. As soon as you step through the mirror, a being tries to manifest in front of you, but you throw off the rune curse that was secretly inscribed on the paper you read. You see a devil made of pure bone with a scorpion tail, like stretching out its hand towards you, trying to attack you as the subject of this curse. And as you throw it off with those saves, he's like, "No, I'll come back, I'll kill you!" And he's like fades back into a different dimension.
That's hot.
Give me another knowledge arcana check for Akio. See if you can figure out this time what the fuck was happening with that paper.
Can I also make a check?
Yeah, you guys probably all saw like, okay, it's not necessarily going to succeed with a 5, but you guys all saw like a crazy ass devil just manifest for like a hot second. With a 14,
Susan draws a sword and screams a battle cry.
starts like looking around, hoping, you're like worried it's gonna come back, or maybe hoping that it's gonna come back. With a 14, you don't know all the details of exactly how they work, but you realize that the note itself, that was like all the code words written on it, was likely just a distraction, like a trap set by someone else who snuck in here, probably without the mayor's consent. It was a rune curse. They're very popular in Cheliax right now. Essentially, they can like cause various curse effects. In particular, this one, because House Thrune is so obsessed with binding devils, it sets like a specific named devil to track you and kill you.
Holy fuck.
But there's a downside to them, because if you can get someone to willingly accept the paper, the curse is transferred to them. And it doesn't have to be like, not willingly as in they know what it is. Like, you could bluff them on
They
it
just
too.
have to take the paper.
Yeah, they have to like
Yeah.
take it.
Does it still function?
With that second will save, it would cease to function.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
I will say, now that you have succeeded with it, I was like waiting to tell you guys this. When the first party I ran this campaign for, they fully bluffed it and gave it to Thessing, the actor that everyone hates. And they got back out of the Asmodean Knot. Everyone in the party was like, "Holy shit, Thessing got murdered by a devil, like in the middle of the banquet. What the fuck?"
Poor Thessing.
God,
Oh,
good old
fuck that guy.
Thessing.
He deserves it.
Here, I'll
honestly.
I'll show you so Malachi can see what he used to look like. This guy, he's just like absolute
Okay.
d-bag of an actor who like everyone hates.
You've heard that he's been day drinking recently.
Yeah, Akio has been pretending to be him around town, sullying his reputation. Okay, so all right, back to the perception checks. You guys have successfully dealt with a potential devil attacking you. Going back, so Acro got a 20, 28, 24. So you guys are actually going to notice a bit more about the B12 room at this point. I'm going to kind of reread you the description here. A circular pit takes up much of this room. 30 feet above the pit, dozens of strange, shadowy stalactites descend from the ceiling. Their lengths transform after a few feet into iron chains that descend into the pit in a tangle of like clashing metal. At the core is what appears to be a mutilated human body. Many chains dangle from the sphere into the glowing red depths of the pit below, but several chains float and writhe in the air like strands of seaweed in a churning tide pool, the tips of each fragmenting and flaking away in bits of rust. With those really high perception checks, you are going to realize that this ball of chains, it's not necessarily alive, but it's an animated construct. It has been built by arcane casters. You think that it is, judging by like maybe the corpse, quote unquote, in the middle used to control it, but it's been years, and at this point it probably isn't intelligent. Meaning it would like lash out randomly when it came close. Also with that crazy high perception check, I'm saying anyone who has knowledge arcana could give me that as well, as you try to figure out what the fuck this construct is guarding. Because all the other pits were like those infinite loop pits, like Portal. This one looks very different. Okay, DC is 25. So Acro, as you confer with Accio, working together here, you're gonna be able to figure out at least a little bit about this pit. You realize that this pit, it's not necessarily like a power generator. It appears to be like a power node. Like it's something that a lot of raw arcane energy is flowing into, and from here flowing into the house. This seems to be like a halfway point. Do with that information what you will, but yeah, that time you guys find out a lot more about that room.
I'm gonna be quiet for a second.
I'm gonna ask the guys if I could just go ahead and scout out the B13 area as well, just to see what I see there.
Sure, you want to like try to like
Just look
sneak down the
Yeah, just
tunnel, or just like
yeah,
listen
just
from
to
here?
see. Just listen from here.
Okay, all right.
See if I hear.
Give me a perception check. All right. With a 26, coming from down the tunnel over here, you hear what sounds like doors opening and closing. Clearly they've been oiled, so it's like almost quiet, but that is enough to know. And it sounds like there is maybe like a dozen doors, or like maybe dozens of doors. It sounds very confusing, and it's all coming from that direction. I think actually you might hear it like a little bit from like down past the phobia rooms as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, go back and tell the guys. Yeah, it's just as freaky there as it is here.
It's all freaked up. Also, you guys were asking earlier if you could roll one of the deck cards on this. You know, say it's a slow Friday night. Let's do something crazy.
What's a deck card?
A deck of many things, man.
It's oh yeah, Hellcat. You probably haven't seen much of the stuff yet. We draw points and stuff in the chat, so people watching can interact. The highest tier one right now is 10,000, which is a deck of many things draw. It's not the actual deck of many things, so it's not like as insane and deadly. One of our community members, Drow Now, actually like reworked it so it'd be like a more beneficial thing for the stream rather than like the potential to be fucking like teleported into a gem 100 miles below the earth.
I would like to. I would like to correct you there, Ben. The highest thing right now is an every time we touch fundraiser.
Oh yeah. If you spend, you can I donated to it. If you contribute to the Every Time We Touch challenge, once it hits, what did I say? It was like some thousands and thousands. I will put up a video on YouTube of me dancing to the fully choreographed dance I have to Cascada's hit Every Time We Touch from like 2002.
What a bop.
Honestly, it kind of is. I was playing it the other day and my baby fell asleep to it.
Oh, it's like actually just a really good song.
It is.
Fucking pop music, man. It's
Like, I'm not being ironic. That song jams.
All right.
But I still can't believe you hard capped me at like 2,000 a session, Ben.
I didn't know it was hard capped like that. I've never done a community challenge. All right.
It's all good, dude. I'll be here every fucking day.
Fucking deploy your points if you have them. I'll draw right. I got the fucking cards on
Alright.
stack here. The stream can see.
Here it is.
I assume this is for the benefit of the party, not the upcoming monsters.
Hold on, are we drawing the card now?
I was looking for him to deploy the points in the chat, but I am shuffling the deck right now so we don't get a card that other streams or other games have already gotten.
So you just
What were
roll
some of the
D100.
cards the other teams have gotten?
I think the most ironic and funny one was when Yuri got last night, one that gives him a plus like 15 on a stabilize check when he's dying in Ruins of Aslant, because he's already died like 3 times, and this is the only time he hasn't been close to death that he drew the card.
I think the funniest one is definitely the fucking the turning the count in the War for the Crown game. It's just
Oh god.
Like his
The only-
character died 3 times?
yeah.
Alright. So let's see what card this is gonna be. Party's benefit. Alright. Give me 1 sec to just consult Drow's table. This looks promising though, based on what I'm seeing. Alright, modified hero deck. Alright, Google, calm down. Alright. Okay. Just reading through to make sure I get this all right. Okay, so this is the 8 of Hearts. Although as a floating deck appears and you draw a magical card from it, it appears as a throne, devoid of empty thing. This is the hidden, the empty throne card. Who deployed it? Who was drawing?
I don't think we talked about that.
We can have. I think this could be a community draw, honestly.
Okay.
All right. This might solve your guys' little wealth problem here. So, all of you suddenly get a flash of memory, as the past is slightly rewritten. After your performance, and this is actually going to include Malachi as well, I'll describe yours in a second, but everyone else who was in the performance, you get a memory of one of the nobles who came to watch, telling all of you, this like old dying man, like, I have a great many holdings in Eastern Cheliax. Never have I been so impressed by a troupe of actors so unwilling to kill themselves for the performing arts. I wish to bestow all of you my holdings, make you all barons of my lands. And as he makes you all barons or baronesses, respectively, everyone is going to inherit a noble title and 5,000 gold pieces as an inheritance.
Whoa.
That does help.
Malachi, as you were kind of like going around town, you're like trying to figure out before you decide to sneak into the mayor's house, talking to people like, what are we gonna do to help the chaos in the city? Things are getting like overwhelming, and you are approached by this like old, like dilettante type lady who's like, darling, you look quite beautiful, and if anyone is going to inherit my manor in the city, it should be someone of exquisite beauty. Do you not agree?
Yes, I do.
You see her like her guard who's with her, like her servant's like, oh my fucking god, he's like rubbing his temple, and she's like, well, then it's settled. I will leave my entire manor to you. Welcome to the aristocracy, Lord. What's your name?
Malachi.
Lord Malachi. She's like, and with that, I intend to go fight beings on the elemental plane of fire to impress the gods and hopefully get into the armies of heaven. Don't tell the House of Thrune, they suck. And her butler's like, holy shit, this is the worst job I've ever had. She fully like takes out a wand of like plane shift and just like beams away. But all of you guys now have 5,000 more gold pieces to work with, and a little bit of political sway. Now you guys are barons and lords and baronesses. That was like weirdly perfect for your guys' situation.
No kidding.
That was well worth the points. Holy shit.
Beside our name.
Mm-hmm. And like since this the deck is like, you know, such a powerful artifact, it would have, you know, modified the memories of the other people at the play too, and you know, everyone around when you guys got these titles. So the nobility would accept that like this happened. All right, well, as the lords and ladies of West Crown, what are you guys gonna do? You gonna check out that creepy arcane battery? You gonna go into the bunch of doors? What's the vibe?
Yeah.
Like
I
we should
suggest
check
that
that out.
Can I stealth over and like toss a dagger at it?
At like the ball of chains?
Wasn't there a humanoid figure in the middle?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
like
it's a
long
corpse.
dead. It's like a really desiccated looking corpse, like a all shriveled up.
And I threw a nothing really happened.
You could try to throw it at it, see what happens, see if it's like resistant to
Did last
anything
time.
or stuff like that. It might fall in the burning pit though, so
You threw a pebble last time and missed.
that's right.
Oh, I threw it into
That's right. It did. Yeah, you threw a pebble and it just like
Yeah.
sailed directly into the pit. Although
Don't fall in
that
the
was one
pit.
thing you did hear last time when you guys threw that pebble in. It did like you heard like a sizzling. You know, it's definitely like it's not just glowing. The pit's probably very hot at the bottom.
I feel like we can just take a look at it at the edge. I think we're
At the
pretty.
end? What about the tunnel below?
So do you want, before we go to the tunnel below, do you want to like try to go up to the edge and see what's there?
I feel we might as well. I mean, we're here.
All right, I would
Do I see
say
if it's
with
a magical
your
trap or anything?
I would say your guys'
I mean, what does
earlier
everyone else
perception checks. I think you guys would notice that the way that these things are moving, it's kind of like an insect's feelers. I think if you get up there slowly and stealthily enough, you could look down without the construct trying to like whip you guys with the chains.
All right. Oh, you guys aren't the most stealthy people. Do you want me to try?
Yes.
Go
I'm a lord now, so I can sneak. I know how.
I'm going to hold Susan.
Little known fact: all the aristocracy in the world are real good at stealth. All right.
They're all
I
real
mean,
backstab.
anyone who wants to look down, go ahead and give me a stealth check. All right. So.
You already changed your name. That's hysterical.
Damn, they were so good. That was quick on the fucking draw. No pun intended. All right. The tentacle feelers do not seem to notice you. As you look down into the pit, what languages does Zakana speak?
Infernal and common.
Okay. If you
That's
speak
it.
infernal, you are going to be able to read this. A little bit is like a bit esoteric. Like if you like opened up a theoretical physics book in German and you spoke German, like, yeah, you understand it, but some of the words might still be kind of crazy. That's a little bit how you feel looking in the pit, but with infernal. A lot of it is like very arcane knowledge, like magic writing mixed with the infernal language. That being said, it appears that there is like a giant circle of runes on a like burning red ground about 20 feet below you. And these runes are standing like stark black letters, so you can read them. And it looks like this is meant to be transferring a power from a bound entity, is like the general vibe you're getting. It appears that like wherever the entity is bound, it's not on this demiplane, but this demiplane is like the way station where the power is sucked into, and then the power is transmitted from the demiplane to the mayor's house.
Am I able to disable it?
You think it would be extremely difficult, and you would probably need magical knowledge to do it.
Right.
Like this is like a, do you have spellcraft? Well, I mean, I think it's untrained, but you could try. Are spellcraft trained?
I've got
Spellcraft is
disabled device
definitely
and like
Yeah, spellcraft's
extra
trained.
to like magical.
Yeah.
If you put a point in spellcraft, you could try to make a knowledge to see like how difficult this would be.
Me?
Yeah, have you put points in spellcraft?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you walk back, I would say you could pretty easily, speaking infernal, you could like say the words out loud to them, and describe it. In which case, as you go back and try to describe that stuff, yeah, I was gonna say Accio, give me a spellcraft check. With a 26, I think that Accio would know that this was likely put in place either by like a member of like the Thrune household themselves, or like a very high-ranking devil binder in Cheliax, and that it would likely be extremely difficult to dispel.
I've got this though. Like, would this count as a magical device?
Let me see. It doesn't count as a magical trap. This is essentially like a, almost like a symbol spell, like symbol of death or symbol of healing. It would be more about like dispelling magic rather than disabling a trap. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. All right then. What do you want to do, guys? You could
I
don't
want
know.
to move on and go kill some devils because
Right,
Right.
but what direction? We got like this room,
I'm
or the other
really
room,
curious to see what's
or
behind
the other
them.
room.
Yeah, like past the chains.
I mean,
I feel like you're the only one that could sneak past it.
you guys could try to like acrobatics past it too, but you think it's gonna be pretty hard. If like once you start really
Can we
moving,
take 20 to do it.
take 20. You can, if you want to take that risk in a dungeon, you can try to take 20 as you all try to go past the chains.
Do you guys want to?
I don't think we could take 20 anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we could take 20 because there's a
Fail,
negative
like
con.
a meaningful failure. Yeah.
I would say
Yeah, so
usually the way I rule those is like if you're avoiding like a very meaningful consequence. I don't always do this, but if I do, like there'll be like other consequences. Like if you're taking the time to do this, maybe other stuff's getting ready, maybe creatures are coming up on you, that kind of thing.
I mean, I could make that jump. I don't know about you guys, but
I mean,
full
we did
sprint,
jump,
long jump it.
There's
Last time I tried to jump,
Yeah,
There's
Zakana
literally-
has not had a high success rate with her jumps in this dungeon.
But
There's
Zakana, you're a
literally-
baroness now.
a falling baron.
Baroness just means like perfectly skilled in all things.
I suggested the group that we try going the tunnel instead, because I think it leads around.
There's
Yeah.
there's literally 2 doors that we can just go through. We don't even have to go through a fucking shady ass tunnel.
Bro, what do you got against tunnels?
I mean, like this last one, like took a lot out of us.
that's
Because
true.
I,
That
I
tunnel was
well,
rough.
I'll tell the group as well. Like the sounds,
tunnel's
the
rough.
same sound comes from both places, like the tunnel and the door.
That's true. So, so what do you guys think? So, if you're looking to go to the place of those sound, you either have tunnel number 2 over here, or this door down here. Which I don't think it pinged that second time. Give me one sec. Oh, there we go. It just was lagging.
Let's just go through the door, guys.
The door? All right. If you guys want to drag yourselves to B16 down here, as you pop that door open, I'm going to reveal this next section here.
Hey, while I'm thinking about it, hey Ben, this map's a little offset.
Yeah, I will fucking ban you. I'll ban your ass. Get in the chat, mods. Get him out of here.
I was running a game in Eric's in my other game, and I'm like, this map was actually really easy to line up using the Roll20 Snap to Grid feature. I wonder if Ben knows about that.
Fucking lose. Zoom out on this fucking map. It's crooked as shit. Whoever drew this wants to give me an anxiety attack. Like, I love the people that wrote this AP. I think it's a very underrated adventure path. That being said, which artist drew this map at, like, a slightly canted, like, 15-degree angle?
Maybe he was left-handed, because I know they write at a...
I take offense
He
to that.
could have rotated it in post, like...
Well,
Unless he, like, was literally hand-drawing this shit on the background.
Probably just hand drawing it without a grid.
Oh, my God. I should really find the artist and be like, yo, I love your dungeon, but please. I'm begging you. All right. That being said, yeah, go ahead and you guys can roll perception checks in there. And I will describe to you what you're actually looking at.
Oh, Malachi's perception is higher than mine.
He's a wisdom based.
Malachi be looking. All right.
I should probably actually roll that.
So the way that all of these things seem to look, each chamber lacks a visible floor and ceiling. Instead, again, what appears to be an endless shaft stretches to infinity both above and below. A ring of stone stairs winds upward counterclockwise around the room's perimeter. However, in a mind-bending twist, it impossibly brings one back to the starting elevation, despite the fact that it seems like the stairs have only ever been going up. Stone archways open into similar rooms, and some are sealed with stone. These extend off landings here and there around the ring of stairs. So, as you guys open this door, you see where that 3 is written. After a little bit, there's like a... and a stone doorway slides down and blocks it off, and you can hear that happening kind of replicated a ton of times from beyond that door.
Oh, they closed this room, so we might as well go up the tunnel.
Is it a device at all?
Give me a knowledge engineering check if you guys have that.
Engineering.
I love bust out knowledge engineering. It's like the least used knowledge.
Would dungeoneering help?
Traps appear in dungeons.
what is
I'll allow
that
it.
crap?
I'll allow engineering. It's not straight like physical engineering anyway, so it's got some magic behind it. Okay. You think that these doors like open and close in random sequences? You can wait it out each time. You can try to like pick the doors. It'll be seemingly very difficult. But you try to wait out each time as different doors randomly open and shut. With that engineering check, you think this is probably why this area is called the Asmodean Knot. As you can hear like dozens of doors opening and closing.
You want to just go back up to the tunnel, I guess?
You can try the
we've got a
tunnel.
rope anyway.
This tunnel's actually level, the one up there, if you guys want to go through it.
Oh yeah.
All right. If you guys head down that tunnel, you find yourselves in an open doorway leading into another pit room.
God fucking damn.
Well,
It's like another door straight down, right?
One at the bottom? Yeah, there's another door straight at the bottom. You guys want to look through that one before you advance into this mind fuck of a dungeon?
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Try it.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
How
All over
wide-
the place.
How wide are those pits?
How wide are the pits? About... They're supposed to be about 15 feet across.
Oh. All right then. Perfect.
You can measure it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. So you guys open that door. This one does not lead to another circular pit. It is a little bit different.
It kind of looks like a stomach, right?
I was thinking a turn.
It does kind of look like that. There's like a set of cracked, crooked stairs that seem to wind down deep into this dungeon. As each step descends, they look like they grow increasingly like mucky and slippery. Do you guys want to like venture around the corner there and kind of keep going down?
Gross.
Sure.
I am never gonna be able to get this out of my armor.
After you kind of
Yeah.
laughs for a second,
I'm
knowing
getting
that
about
it'd
to
be
polish
really
it.
easy for her to fix it.
Let's
Are we sure we want to go this direction?
Do you want to go through the magical like doors that we can't figure out where we're going through and just go in circles?
But it smells down here.
He's not wrong. It probably smells pretty fucking rancid.
Aren't you a lord now? You're scared of a little smell?
Right. And it's
I love that
because
that's
I'm a
the answer
baron.
for
I have an
everything.
image to uphold. I have an image to uphold.
Everyone's
I need
gonna
to
go
look-
hire fucking butlers.
All right, I'm gonna try to
I need to.
perceive.
Wait, Cal Seneca become a lady as well?
She
yeah,
was in the play.
you did convince Calisthenic earlier.
Wait,
She's just
Is
like,
it-
if we survived the trial of the beast in that acid pit stomach, we can do this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think Labrad kind of pokes out from Acro's pocket and is like, I don't know, I didn't have to do that. It doesn't, I got a really sensitive nose. It doesn't smell great.
I'm gonna have to definitely wash my linens after this.
Labrad's like, you know what's fucked up? I don't get to be a lord.
I will make you my second.
Air.
Yeah. You can be my heir.
I've always wanted rich holdings in Eastern Cheliax. Fields to run through.
Wait.
Horses to breed.
But you're going to be my secret heir. Because if word gets out I left all my belongings to a mouse, my name will spread, and I don't want that.
Susan looks really concerned. Labrat, are you a bastard?
We're all bastards in fair males.
We all bastards of
Like it's like fucking Game of Thrones. He's like, I'm Labrad Stone, bastard of West Crown City.
Do I perceive anything?
With a 22, you hear the like dripping of not water. It's not as thin as that. It sounds like a lot like thicker. Like if you took a half settled Jello out of the fridge before it could set and then poured it into a sink.
Yeah, sounds like breeding grounds.
Like a very
It's gonna
gross
be one of
plop.
those Italian
Yeah,
things.
it's like gross plops for sure.
It's gonna be one of those giant toads waiting for us.
Dude.
Sounds like we should investigate further and keep going this way.
Do it around the corner.
Send the Rogan. We should send the Rogan
May-
first. I know that they have
Alright,
like
fine.
really good
And I'll
data.
stealth.
Zakana like looks at the muck on the stairs, is like, oh, okay. All right, Zakana, go ahead and move yourself up to the curving tunnel right there. I'm gonna reveal the room to you.
Oh, cesspit.
This is room B20, aka the Lake of Filth. This twisted stair ends in a wide circular chamber of thick yellow sludge, a lake of disease and decay, 50 feet across. An island of filth, broken weapons, and dead bodies, and worse, floats in the center of this chamber, the walls of which loom nearly 100 feet above and appear almost as half-melted walls of some grand cathedral.
Is that mountain in the middle the broken things?
Yeah, that's like all like the broken weapons, bodies, various like detritus. Give me a perception check.
Name for it. Like a midden?
Okay. As you look around the room, it doesn't look like it has seen you yet. But there is some sort of strange creature that looks to be made out of the muck itself. Do you have knowledge, Plains?
Nope, but I'm sure the guys behind do.
Okay. It looks like a body made out of like filth.
All right. I go back and tell them. There's
What are
this
we doing?
filth monster down there in the middle of a filth lake, and everything is filthy, and everything's broken and filthy and wet.
Right. Yeah, it's dirty. We shouldn't do that.
I would need to be laid on hands by that disease curing thing like 10 times if I went down there.
Susan actually pulls a spare shirt from his pack and holds it under his nose as if his senses are offended.
what knowledge was it?
Knowledge Plains.
Well, I hope somebody else has that because Akio is stupid.
I mean, I do. Am I able to roll just from this description, or
Yeah,
am I
I'd
gonna
say
need to
so.
see it?
I'd say it'll be a little bit harder just from a description, but you'll be able to try.
Speaking of subscription, did you guys know that with Twitch Prime you can support Finn's channel on Twitch?
Why, thank you. He's right. Do it. I'm just gonna get a clip of Emperor Palpatine saying that. With a 22, you know that this sounds like a large-sized water elemental, that has just been like purely infected with like this gross muck.
Hey, Akio, I know that, or not. I'm fucking Akio. God damn it.
Are elementals incorporeal?
No, they're not. They are corporeal. They just it can be harder to damage them a little bit, like DR stuff, because I think Acro would know this with a 22. Just because I mean they're made of like elemental matter.
Yeah, they take extra damage from sneak attacks, so make sure you flank.
Did I manage to perceive if the water's deep?
What did you get? 17. With a 17, you would not be able to tell exactly how deep it is, just because it's so like thick and like yellowy green. You like can't see through to the bottom.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, at least you know it's at least deep enough that you can't see anything through it. So,
Well, do you guys want to get rid of it or no?
And I tell
Well,
them there's like a there's a passage through the far end as well.
yes, you do see there's a like little bit of a tunnel leading out the back end. Although you can't tell exactly like where it's headed. But it is there.
we probably need to get rid of it if we wish to continue.
Well, you guys know what time it is.
All right, let's do it.
Time for my only spell that matters. Hey, let's
Entangle.
roll shit.
Entangle.
Oh god, I don't want to describe fucking gross poo water entangling people,
Oh, it's coming.
but I
I don't
will.
even think
That's my job, motherfucker.
This is my burden
Paid
to
him
bear.
do it.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. As all of you guys
Alright,
know,
so
'cause you're all
that-
barons now. All right. If you guys want to do haste straight into initiative, you guys could just try to fucking bum rush this thing.
Yeah, that was my plan.
We can surprise it.
Yeah, presumably if you guys can haste out here and then sprint into it, we're gonna count that as a surprise round because you're just like it didn't notice Sakana while it's there, and it's not necessarily gonna just be like facing the doorway. It's probably moving around and stuff. So go ahead and roll initiative. I'm gonna roll this thing into initiative, but it won't act on the first round. That'll be your surprise round.
That's very Susan. Actually.
Oh, and for Malachi, because you haven't done this before. If you you actually never mind. Well, you nailed it. I was gonna say you click on your token and then it adds it to the order, but you fucking beat me to it. All right, let's see what the muck elemental got. Okay, that's not very good. This thing is gonna be fucked up. Susan, come on.
He got
That's-
one.
Flat-footed for me for
It
2 rounds.
shouldn't be
Yeah, Susan
incorrect.
got one.
Yeah, I mean, for
That's
Zakana, this
Lord
thing's gonna be like double. It's gonna be flat-footed for like 2 rounds. But with that, let's start doing our surprise round. Malachi, it'll be your turn for a surprise round. The way we do surprise rounds is when I usually give you a full round, but since you guys are far away, you'll probably have to move and then do a standard if you want to get like a shot off.
Okay. Go there.
All right. Do you want to do a bow shot?
Yeah.
Is
Hell
it
yeah.
still like there, or is it a little bit further?
I'm gonna say Malachi, give me a D4. I'm gonna see like what kind of quadrant of the room this thing ended up in. And to roll just like a regular die, you can either go to the left. There's like that row of icons. One of them is a dice button. You can click a D4, or you can do what Acro just typed. Yeah. Okay. So it is still in the first one, back to you, but you can see it's kind of like halfway out the water.
Alrighty.
Oh, okay.
Oh, baby. A 19 is definitely gonna hit this thing flat-footed.
Awesome.
Oh God, I forgot bows of ×3 crits. Hell yeah. All right. So, just double checking one thing. You guys know, as it's made of matter, it's gonna be hard to target any vitals, like with like crits or sneak attack and stuff is gonna be hard. But even so, that arrow rips through part of it, kind of splashing a bunch of sludge into the pool and onto this mound behind it. As this thing takes its first hit, it starts to whirl around, but before it can really react, it's going to be Zakana's turn.
So I'm gonna 5-foot step.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
Malachi, you might want to set up macros for your attacks.
Yeah, and that's
So that-
something I can definitely help you. I can like go through your sheet this weekend more. I just didn't have time between
Which is
work
fine,
and getting
yeah.
here today. But yeah,
If you want to just give me access, I can try and set it up right now because it's gonna like if he's playing as Zen Archer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is gonna take so long.
Yeah, if
press
you're down
this
to help him with that, I can have you be able to see that sheet really quick. Give me one sec.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Is there a difference between offhand dagger throwing and normal dagger throwing?
I think offhand you take a penalty. I think main hand would be.
Yeah, it would be considered 2-weapon fighting still.
Yeah, so main hand's better. It would be without it would be a -4 with your abilities now. I think.
So
If you have 2-weapon fighting, sorry, go ahead.
the
Right, okay, I think I got it. Right. So I'm gonna
there's
throw my
no
first-
there's no main
throw-
hand offhand if he hasn't done anything.
If it's just one throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I throw 2 daggers though?
Not on a move because you had to move. What was that? 10 feet, I
Footstep.
think. Oh, were you that close?
Yeah, I was here. 5-foot step. Is that okay?
I would say since the hallway's so narrow, either you would have to 10-foot move and go through him, or if you're here, it would be squeezing, which would give you a penalty to hit. So either you could do 2
just-
daggers at a -4, or move to here and
Can I
take
just
no
throw
penalty.
25 feet.
Oh, he's not actually engaged in melee combo with him, so you don't need precise shot. You could just try to like fucking put your hand on his shoulder and just start yeeting knives past Malachi.
Okay, I'll do that. So I'll just. So does it take a penalty with my offhand?
Yes, this won't take a penalty in the offhand.
Okay, I'm gonna put the penalty in. Second one. Just give me a second.
Akio, can you see his sheet now?
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Okay, cool. Gracias.
There you go.
All right.
And
Even
then
with
I
a
think you
penalty
can't
from
make-
offhand, both of those would still hit. The sneak attack's not gonna do anything, but as the daggers sink into this thing's like muddy body, it doesn't seem to have done any damage.
It doesn't. It doesn't take sneak attack.
It's you weren't positive till now, but because it is like sneak attack is like, you know, you're stabbing someone like the arteries or the neck, stuff like that. Like this thing has no vital weak points. It's just like sludge.
Guys, I'm useless here, guys. Sorry.
Elementals are not a rogue's friend. I will tell you that. But elementals, like most things in the multiverse, hit with big flail, get hurt. Acro, your thoughts?
Acro agrees. I'm gonna. Can I?
Yeah, there's like
get
a there's
around
like a
this
little
thing any-
shelf there. I would say, so right at the beginning, it's like shallow enough to stand, but you will have to make a fortitude save if you get in the water here, because you can tell it's like it's fucking filthy. But if you do, you can definitely stand on this little like that's like an outcropping, like a little ledge over here.
Yeah. We'll do it.
Don't we have the boots that can fly or something?
You guys
Yes.
got some boots last time. Did you get spider climb boots? I think.
No, there's a sandal.
No.
Oh yeah. The sandals, dude. Those sandals are dope. Yeah, as long as you have a running
Sandals
start.
apply to step.
That's what it was. Okay.
I don't.
I don't
have
think he's
them.
wearing
Oh,
them.
also, I have the boots of springing and striding.
Oh.
for the extra move speed.
Hell yeah! So you able to
So,
run around
and,
there?
Yeah, you might be able to wall run over there then.
Do you want to make like an acrobatics check on it? See if you can fucking Titan fall your way over there.
am I able to just make a jump?
That would still be acrobatics, but
It's still.
it would be
Really? Oh.
yeah. But it's only a straight long jump. If you have a running start, it's literally like a 1 per foot DC. So like that's like a
Well.
10-foot DC.
Jumping in plate mail is kind of tough.
Yeah.
You could also you could either do that or just wade through it and risk.
I'll just
stepping
wade
on it.
through it because
Hell
I think
yeah.
my fortitude's better than my acrobatics.
That's a very fair point. Give me a fortitude save. It's awful because it's like weirdly warm. Like you can feel it through the armor that this pool is like. It's like slightly like been simmering. But you do not get any sicknesses or anything like that. You're just like, ugh, this is fucking gross.
With that planes knowledge check, would
Mhm.
I know what type of like creature this would be for my Bane ability?
Yeah, you know this is a elemental outsider.
Okay. I think just outsider works for Bane, or
I
do
think
need to
outsider's the
choose-
one that's like it breaks down
It's like
specifically.
fiend or
Yeah. But I think
Okay,
one of
yeah.
them's elemental. Regardless,
Okay,
like
then
with your
yeah.
check being that high, you would know whichever sub one you need.
Alright. Then swift action will be to do that, and then I'm going to use power attack with my heavy flip
Oh,
now.
fucking shit!
Oh, I rolled a 1!
Oh no! You like are so preoccupied by making sure the water didn't like seep into your boots that you just like are swinging the flail over your head and it goes wide, just like barely missing the monster.
That damage though.
That is hefty damage
Yeah.
though. As the monster's like, Akio, you hear just
Get 'em now.
disgusting sounds.
Well, I did pretty much everything I'm supposed to do in combat.
Drasista's just really trying to be like a supportive girlfriend. She's like, yeah, fuck him up.
We could enlarge him.
Enlarge who? The elemental?
yeah.
Nothing
I don't
possibly
think
could
that
go
a
wrong with
large
that plan.
person is gonna work on an elemental.
No, if they're not human,
Don't
no,
think
it won't work.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, I got line of sight.
Entangle?
Stop trying to make Entangle happen.
That's what it's the most reference heavy group, and I'm fucking here for it today. Well, Entangle's a radius. You could get like those two squares, and it would avoid acro. It would just get like the back half of the room.
I mean, like, I took a against my better judgment. I took a damage-based spell
Yeah, what was it?
because
What?
everybody was like, "Oh, you be able to cast some education magic." You know what I mean?
I don't think
So I
we
took-
sounded like that.
I think they made compelling
You-
arguments.
Yeah, right. So I took Flaming Spear. I don't feel like Flaming Spear is very good versus a water elemental.
I would disagree. I think it's weak to
Dude,
fire, isn't it?
fucking turn that shit into poop steam.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, very good argument there, Ben. We're gonna
I
Flaming
tried.
Sphere.
I was in debate team, guys. That's a lie. I absolutely wasn't. I suck at debate. All right.
It
Oh,
didn't do this fucking.
I fully thought you said flaming spear, and I was like, that sounds fucking badass. He's gonna like hurl a fucking burning spear of energy. Sphere makes more sense. I've heard of that one. Okay, so you can make it appear just over him, right? So
Yeah.
that's a 18 reflex.
Reflex. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely fails. Give me a 3d6 roll. And actually, he is not immune or anything to fire. That he takes full damage.
That's
You see, like part of his
cool.
body begins to, like bubble and burn away.
Hey, Ben, we run into a bit of a problem with these character sheets. There's not enough attacks for the.
Is there not enough attacks
Yeah.
for the fucking monk?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I've got all of his flurries. All of his flurries are in, but he doesn't have room for the haste.
Oh my god. All right, well, it'll be easy. When he has to attack, we'll just hit the macro twice, and we'll like the top one will be the hasted attack because it'll be full BAB.
How many attacks is the max? I'm at 8 right now.
What'd you say?
Surely it can't be more than 8. There's no way.
I only see 4.
You can keep adding at the bottom.
Yeah, there's like a plus symbol. You can add more, I think. Anyway, as we
Yeah, 'cause I have 8. I'm like,
That adds
4
another
doesn't sound
macro.
right.
Oh. All right. Well, as we work that out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let's pass
Yeah.
this thing's turn because it's still surprised. Susan, it's your turn. And you are hasted,
right.
so you got. I believe even you could get up here with heavy armor.
Yeah, I think my move right now is 50 with the haste.
God damn. I fucking haste. Honestly, MVP spell of like every campaign.
Oh yeah.
No, it's like there's a reason that my enchantment sorceress based around dominating stuff took haste over any enchantment spell.
It's fucking good. All right, you just like like sprint through your heavy armor, kind of like scraping the wall, like a little bit of sparks fly, but no damage to you. You end up next to this like muddy, diseased elemental. Go ahead and give me an attack roll when you're ready.
I only get one, right?
Yeah, because you have to
full
move that
attack.
far.
Whoa.
You good?
Yeah, I just got a whole wall of errors because I changed my character name.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh shit!
All right, change it back.
That is trash.
That's all right. We're just gonna go with the regular one, and you're gonna have to ignore the second swing.
Okay, that's fine. Go for it. 16 against flat-footed is going to hit. Dealing with your greatsword cleaves into it. The holy damage isn't going to affect, but it's going to deal 22 slashing. It's going to be a little bit
Minus-
less with
Yeah, minus whatever the DR is.
yeah, it's got DR like all. But still devastating attack. You guys have like started to like it's kind of like the the stomach bit of it is like narrow now. It's kind of like trying to maintain cohesion as you guys damage it so much. Which brings us back to Malachi, who now has a fucking bead on this thing with a full round attack. Oh dear God.
Alrighty.
Poop for the poop gods.
Get the fucking bagpipes ready for this thing's death.
Yeah. First attack.
Holy.
You can just press. You can just press this button. If you just press the +2, like at the top, it'll roll all of it.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Why does that look weird on one of my screens? Do you guys see that?
No, I see it too. It's like smudged. Oh, because Flurry of Blows 3 and
Oh, it's pushing the text. 'Cause
longbow
it's not- okay.
stacks. Yeah.
I'll just.
My second screen is real old, so I thought it was just fucking up, to be honest. That is a hit, a confirmed critical, and still a hit because he's flat-footed. You guys see your new companion who, after a lot of discussion, you decided to bring along, and just like
elemental immune to crits.
just with the most impressive flurry of arrows, like bullets ripping into this thing, collapses into the muck, and the poop elemental is no more. Everybody
Jeez,
is.
Holy crap.
That was fucking insane.
Yeah,
they are immune to
that
crits,
wasn't
but
bad.
even with an 18, considering the damage that the heavy boys up
34,
front
52,
already
66.
did, like, this looks fucking toast. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's still missing one attack there too.
God. Man, monks are fucking wild.
Dude, are you a ranger that took favorite enemy poop?
I am not.
The dream character.
Why not?
Everybody is gonna go ahead and get 600 XP for that absolute didn't even take a turn slaughter of a creature.
Good use of haste.
Yeah, that was a effective
It was
use
great
of
use
slots.
haste.
Okay. I am gonna go check in on the baby really quick. I think this will be a good spot for our first break. Anyone? I'm gonna go be a little bit longer than normal here, like closer to 10 than 5, just because the baby's been really fussy lately, and I'm trying to give April more help. But I'll put us on mute so you guys can discuss any plans you have without the viewers knowing, and we'll be back in a bit. Sound good?
I posted the screenshots of the abilities in question into the Discord.
All
If you
right.
can take a look at.
Let me double check. Okay, let me see. Oh god, they're so small. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry, you may need to click it.
It's okay. Okay. I would say it also gives you the disguise, intimidate, and stealth.
All right, cool. I'm
I
gonna
think that's,
update that then.
I think that's how it would, which makes sense. I think that's how it would interact.
So if I study someone and I have my focus scrutiny,
Oh,
I
hell
get
yeah.
a very big. Oh, that was I rolled a 5, and the intimidate still
Dude,
37.
Fucking rip anybody.
Yeah. I will destroy Haverston the next time I see him.
You know why that probably worked? You're a Baron.
True. I don't want to be though. I'm gonna have to find someone to take my title.
Well, at least you get to keep the gold though. All right. So now that you guys are like
let Red take the time.
all up in this room, go ahead. You can make another perception check so you can actually find anything in here.
World, my screen just jumped a little bit. Perception. I've rolled it so many times I still can't find it.
18, 22, 25.
18's a net 1. Wow.
God damn, that's so high. All right. So most of the stuff in here is straight up junk. But you do see that there seems to be some sort of like holy symbol on a black chain dangling from a broken spear in the center of that island. As you guys got closer, you would just mean you live in Cheliax, you know it is a holy symbol of Asmodeus.
Cool.
What do you guys grab, look at it, or move on to the farther tunnel?
Question for you, Ben.
Uh-huh.
Holy symbols by themselves are not aligned, correct?
Not normally, no.
Alright, so I'm gonna detect it.
Try to do what?
Detect evil at the holy symbol.
Okay, you do sense evil radiating from it.
That's not a normal holy symbol.
No, we should just grab it then.
I'm gonna
Can
detect
somebody
magic.
carry me across?
Yeah, can someone
Wait.
carry me across as well?
If you're detecting magic on it, go ahead and give me a knowledge arcana roll, see if you can kind of like focus in on what the fuck aura this is emanating. Okay, 20. You would know this. It's emanating some sort of necromancy effect.
Guys, it's probably cursed.
Can we purify it?
I would say give me a knowledge religion check.
What are we trying to identify?
The
Spear?
unholy symbol of there's like an unholy symbol of Asmodeus like dangling from the spear. It's like etched onto like a black disc of iron. Okay, 22. Okay. For Acro, you would know that like for priests of Asmodeus, especially in Cheliax where he is such a big deal, this is a very poorly wrought version of an unholy symbol. Like there's no reason anyone would need this really, considering how easy it is to get one of these holy symbols in this country. That being said, it looks like this one has slightly different runic carving around the pentagram. With your religion check, you realize that this is more about relating to the afterlife rather than devils.
Necromancy.
That's right up Grotus' alley.
Bless you.
Thanks.
All right. So what should we do with it? Also, can someone piggyback me across? Because my fortitude's so weak.
I actually also like very.
Yeah, I can take Akio if someone else wants to.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys are willing
Susan
to
takes
invest
the
the time, I
con.
can make you large and everybody can just ride across.
Like a
How-
turtle.
How about-
Sorry.
I mean, I feel like she would just be fine if Susan takes one, I take the other, and then the monk does
Yeah,
monk stuff.
I was gonna suggest this to him.
Jesus fuck. Hold on.
So what class is Malachi anyway?
Monk.
So he'd be able to jump to the island and then probably just jump across, just like just like flipping around and shit.
Yep.
Ah, you could acrobatics across that.
Oh yeah.
Just monks doing monk shit. Yeah, you can try acrobatics across if you want.
Currently, my movement speed is
100.
Well,
yeah, my
haste.
movement speed's 100 right now. So
Oh yeah. Do you guys still want haste? I would say haste is probably what level are you guys now?
We're only
7.
7, so
Seven.
it doesn't.
I'd say it's
Not-
probably run
not
out by
a-
now. Then, if you were like spending the time casting all like detect magic and stuff on the thing.
Because haste only gives up to plus 30 move speed.
I'm a monk, so I have 50 already.
Right,
Oh.
but haste is only a maximum of 30, so
So
you
you
get
get
80.
80.
No, it's still good enough to get across.
It's
that.
it's still fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong. It's still ridiculous.
What?
Um,
Can I do it though?
yeah, you can try it. Yeah, 33 you'd be able to get across. You got across on 28. Are the big boys just like toughing it out?
Okay. Because I'm not a monk.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking lab rat hops on your shoulder just to stay out of the water. Driss, this is just like
Yeah.
Can
Akio. What?
Let
I don't.
me,
I can't do that.
I actually will put on the sandals.
All right.
Carry Calcinica, please.
Sure. I'll carry Calcenica.
Okay. All right. So you're carrying Calcenica. You put on the sandals and get that running start and just kind of like you're walking on air, move across the lake. You guys are gonna find yourself in a curved tunnel over here.
It says up to 5 times a day we can use these sandals, so
You could do it more than once then.
we can.
Yeah, do you want to
it's-
mage hand it back to yourselves and then?
I mean, if you guys want to avoid any chance of the fortitude saves, you could just use the slippers more than once.
Right, but how do you get it back across the lake?
It's 5 times per
Yeah.
person. So
All right.
It says per day.
I think it would be per day, like total on the magic item. I don't think it would reset itself between people. Just as like rules is interpreted, I think it would. It wouldn't make sense that it would
I
recharge
mean-
itself.
If we just
did
say
the,
that Susan carries like Calcenica the first time, and then Akio mage hands the boots back, and I carry Akio, that
Okay.
way we only use 2, and
Sweet. You guys are gonna find yourself next to another
Yeah.
door at the top of a curving tunnel on the opposite side of like the cesspit. Also, I don't know
How
what the
expensive did the symbol
deal
look?
is, but the music keeps like pausing after a few seconds here. I don't think it's a siren.
How expensive is the unholy symbol?
Not very. Like I was saying, it looks poorly wrought compared to like how many high quality holy symbols there are around.
Zikana is not interested.
Right. Anyone want to open up the door?
Sure.
Can I perception?
Yeah, you percept it up.
Perceive. Somebody else needs to perceive as well.
You don't
I'll
see any
perceive.
don't see any traps or anything. Malachi, I mean, it seems to just be another like normal door.
Gosh.
You guys open it?
Yeah. Let's open it up.
Welcome back to the knot, motherfuckers.
He was waiting for that.
I hate everything.
I literally was like, I had the reveal tool like dragged all the way across the circle. Just wait for you to open it.
So let me guess. There's 9 knots.
Hey man, who knows? Fucking knots for days.
Whatever, dude.
9
Let's
hells
just
for
get
9
started in your
knots.
stupid fucking maze.
All right. Does
I
everyone?
remember when I learned the F word for the first time.
I'm sorry. Not necessarily your stupid fucking maze. Paizo's stupid fucking maze.
That's not positive though.
It was Paizo.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was like one of the first APs they did with Pathfinder rules.
Okay.
Because the first AP they did was Rune Lords, but back then they were still writing for 3.5 before they like split off as their own thing.
Yeah.
I think this was like the second or third of the Pathfinder rules ones.
Right. Yeah.
Which is why there's no like digital maps, like assets and stuff that are easily accessible.
Yeah. Same with one on it. So.
You guys piling? You guys jumping in? What are you doing?
No. I'll head in. Is there a door there that closes down again?
This one's currently open right now.
Cool. I'll walk in.
All right. You guys follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the other doors are currently closed, but if you guys wait a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and roll a die here. The door behind you is going to seal, and the number 1 door to the north is gonna open up.
All right, let's go.
And from there into this next room, you can see like while this number 1 door is open, that one is open as well, which seems to lead back towards B16.
Yeah, nah. We're gonna wait for number 3.
As you guys get to this room over here, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I see all.
Jesus.
That's my third fucking one on perception today, by the way.
Yeah.
You good, bro? Akio is distracted today.
Yeah, he's
All right. You guys do not see anything.
What? How is it Susan has the best roll out of all of you guys?
That's
No, I
Baron, Susan. Malachi, I think, had the
Malachi
highest though.
got high.
Oh, I didn't see
Necessity
Malachi.
30.
That's Baron Malachi.
All right. They're all nobles. All right. So no one seems to notice anything. However, as this is going down, Malachi, what is your flat-footed AC?
Flat-footed is 12.
All right. All of a sudden, appearing next to you, a strange tiefling with red hair, wearing a black mask, and wielding a short sword is going to plunge it into your back. You seem to have appeared out of thin air. You're going to take 7 damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save, and I'm going to reveal this person right now.
7 damage. What a terrible sneak attack.
Sephiroth?
Oh, right. I didn't roll sneak attack dice.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oops.
This is the appearance.
That's my bad guy.
Let's shrink her back down to size.
That's a her? How can you tell?
He's got all the notes.
It's well, first of all, yeah, I have the notes. Second of all, it's more obvious in the full picture. It was just the full picture looks real bad as a token. I'll screenshot and send it to you guys in a minute. All right. Don't know why I rolled a d20 when I want to sneak attack dice. Here we go. You're gonna take another 9 on top of that.
Alrighty.
All right. As that goes off, we're going to roll for initiative. Oh, Susan coming in hot this time.
It's because I'm a baron.
Last time it was a 1, and you were still a baron.
What's with all my 20s I'm rolling today?
I was still getting used to the
fuck?
title.
The weight, the responsibility. Why do my bad guys keep rolling so terrible? They're dex based. All right. Despite this incredible sneak attack on you guys of not being spotted with a very high stealth roll, they are gonna go
seconds, sorry.
fucking dead last in initiative.
Oh.
All right. That is gonna be Zakana. Is gonna start us off. Zakana, you are across the pit. You can try to run around the side. You can try to just jump it. But you see this female tiefling in like black armor and a black mask, blade seemingly dripping with some sort of green liquid, try to stab into the back of Malachi.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the two dagger things again.
All right, yeet those daggers.
Yeet.
All right, the daggers whoosh through the air. And the second one is with you have improved 2 in fighting, so the second one should be like 2 lower than the normal rolls, so that should be a 21. But a 21 and 23 are both gonna hit.
Oh, I already put it as strength though. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
She has acted though on the surprise round though, so she isn't gonna get the sneak attack damage, but she is gonna take those daggers. They plunge into her.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So she's gonna lose that amount of health. Do you want to move anywhere? Or no, do you want a 5-foot step in either direction, or do you want to just stop there?
Yeah, 5-foot step this way.
Okay. Going to Akio.
Well. Oh fuck, dude.
You good, bro? What happened?
Hey Ben, save or die.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, I'm gonna drop in the Discord the full art so you guys can see. I'll put it up for the stream in a little bit, but just so you guys see what you're fighting and probably about to instant kill. All right, what's your hold person DC?
24.
Holy shit! All right, tell you right now, will save is +3. Once she gets a fucking nat 20, this person's done. That would be a 4 on the dice for a 7. As this assassin's like, "You fools, you slipped!" And just like fully freezes in place, like eyes darting around under her mask. Oh no, Malachi.
Coup de grace.
If you have a melee weapon, you can just straight coup de grace her if you have any like melee weapons ready.
Unarmed.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Monk, right?
God damn it. You're gonna punch this girl into oblivion.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
grapple
go.
her and throw her into the cave.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna go coup de grace.
Okay, so it's an automatic crit. She's gonna have to make a DC 10 plus whatever insane damage this is gonna be fortitude save.
So my damage would be 1 second here.
God. Brutal.
So do I roll attack roll as well or no?
No,
you
just you
just
can just click the damage right away. It's automatic gonna hit because she is completely paralyzed, has the helpless condition.
Plus a 3.
All right.
No, that's wrong. It's right. You're a level. You're what? A
Well, because
level.
he's dex based for monk, or for
Well, he's a level 7 monk, right? So it's D10 plus strength modifier, and that's times 2. So it should be 2D10 plus 6.
2d10 plus 6.
I'm not. How do you get 2d10 of that?
Because you're a monk, right?
It's doubling. So usually you can either double after you roll. We usually just like roll with like you just roll double the number of dice.
Yeah, I have a D8 damage.
But
Oh, fuck, dude. I'm looking at fucking 8th level. I'm stupid. Anyway, 2d8 plus 6.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
roll an extra D8 on top of that, and you add 3 to both.
Sure.
Oh my god, she's gonna fucking. There's no way. There's no way she passes this fortitude save. Okay, so she's gonna make a DC 26 fortitude save. Shockingly, she does not, as you just punch the front of her mask so hard that it shatters back into her brain, and her body just slumps into the ever-ending pit and just starts like falling for eternity.
No. We wanted to loot her.
Yeah.
All right,
Definitely don't.
I'll put her back. It was mainly just for comedic effect. All right. I was waiting for like a fight to happen. Gets another we're gonna get a random loot drop here from Drow, who was here earlier. But also let's get you guys XP on this assassin who didn't get to do 90% of her cool stuff. She was a shadow dancer.
Oh, that's a really cool
wow.
class. That
Yeah.
sucks. Dude.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's a shame that happened, huh?
Shadow dance is
Fucking
dangerous.
rip. All right, everybody's gonna get. Let's see.
I kind
800.
of feel bad accepting this experience.
It was 800 XP. That it took you in game less than 12 seconds to acquire.
800 XP?
800.
We should be at 38,550.
For
Yeah.
ease of play, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this in, just for like gear. You guys can sort through that at your leisure. There's some poisons, some potions, all sorts of cool stuff.
I'll toss it in the character list.
Since you have slain her, and she was the only one that had any knowledge of how the rune curse worked, and she was gonna try to like maybe give it back to you guys. You guys can get an additional 3,200 XP as a story reward. So if you felt bad about the first XP, boy, should you feel awful now.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
We didn't let this person trying to kill us act. How horrible.
All right. So first things first, we got a so another one of the things the chat can do, Hellcat, is get random loot drops.
Cool.
Since
Did we grab that? I'm sorry. Did we grab that other holy symbol from the other room?
I think you guys left it,
No,
didn't
we
you?
didn't.
We
I think
did
you
leave
guys
it. Yeah.
just thought it was creepy, and we're just like, nah, fuck that shit.
We'll grab it on the way back through.
Okay, so since you're rolling this time, you have a choice of either doing just straight up wondrous items, or if you want to try to have a chance of magic weapon, magic armor, and wondrous items, which would you prefer?
Wondrous.
Just straight wondrous? Okay, give me a
What?
D12 and then a D100, and we'll determine what slot you're gonna get, and then which one.
12.
All right. All right, so this is going to be a next slot for you guys. And you got a 84. It's going to be pretty good. It's a high roll. Oh, baby, that might be some monk shit right there, actually. I haven't seen this item before. Give me one sec. That's so fucking canonical. We're fucking Hellcat's monk. The random loot drop is a Forge Fist amulet. This fist-shaped stone amulet glows the fiery light. On command, this amulet causes the wearer's fist to transform into red-hot, flaming adamantine.
Huh.
Unarmed strikes, natural attacks this wearer makes with his hands gain the flaming weapon special ability, it's extra d6 fire, and are treated as adamantine for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. You can while they are in that mode, they become rigid and can't like manipulate items. However, you can end the transformation as a swift action.
Neat.
Yeah, and it's pretty nice that you rolled that, right?
I think that's the fucking most specific for one party member a random loot drop has ever been. Here's the link if you want to check it out.
I'm already looking at it now on Hero Forge.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Or Hero Lab.
Dude, I make that mistake literally every time I say Hero Lab. Like, continuously. To the point where I almost sent an email to one of those companies and fucked it up and almost said the wrong thing. Which is why everyone edit your fucking emails before you send them. So you don't look like an idiot. Alright, so she is done.
Am I not adding that to our party loot list since it's...
No,
I
you
mean-
can.
If you, oh yeah.
I use bows.
Yeah.
So it's kind of useless for me.
Oh, that's true. I mean, you guys always have the option to sell random loot as well. So, still
Yeah.
worth half. I think it's like 6,000 or something. It's not bad.
Gold for
500, yeah.
And the bejeweled bust of Asmodeus, that's gonna be full price because that's a
See the
treasure.
option to melee as well.
All right. So
Yeah, I knew the optional melee, yeah.
she was gonna try some hit and run tactics, which was gonna delay and make this maze system very important. As was the Bone Devil. At this point, you could pretty much just wait for the correct doors you want. So, rather than making you guys roll a d4 a bajillion times unnecessarily, I'm going to reveal the knot and the potential passages you guys can go down.
Bypass the entire mechanic.
Sometimes
There's
that's just how it
Ooh,
goes.
wow, it's-
Holy
yeah,
fuck, dude.
big.
Fuck that.
Well, they were also going to, like, the pair of those enemies were going to try to, like, separate you guys, split you off from each other, etc., etc.
Well, you know what this lesson taught us, Ben?
What did it teach
Kill
you?
everything before it can...
Low will saves get you dominated.
I mean, they really wrecked this girl. All right, so you can see there is, after a bunch of like going through the different maze parts, you can tell there is a door, a path you haven't gone down over. Whoops, sorry, wrong layer. Over here on the left side, and one all the way up top.
Do we want to check out the chains at all?
Also, I
Nah.
see Lourdes dropped a By the Gods buff. We'll save that for the next combat. Just so you guys aren't wasting a buff right now. Do you guys have a preference whether you want to go the leftmost one or the top one?
It looks
Yeah,
like
let's-
Ramon's excited to go through the left.
Okay.
Where my party goes, I will follow.
All right.
After we
let me
fully
reveal
loot
this
her
a bit.
body, I'm gonna throw it into the pit for you, Ben. So
Okay,
it can
thank
be the
you. I
loot.
appreciate that the description is canonical. All right, so that's gonna bring you to a little split hallway here. It goes off to the up, down to a more ornate door. Additionally, there is another door across from you. Holy fuck, guys! I'm getting absolutely cooked this dungeon by the party.
Did you just find all the traps?
Fuck. All right, give me one
You're
second.
just telling the story. You're not our enemies.
That's true. I all of this is just jokey. I definitely don't subscribe to the idea that it's like party versus DM. It's all for fun.
I don't know. Sometimes it is fun to like put the party back on their heels, but that hasn't happened at all.
This is one of the easier campaigns, but there are there's a lot of potential like save or die moments, I guess.
It's one of those things where
I nearly died. So.
it's like in Rune Lords, where in the first fucking like in the I like the manor where there's like the haunt that like makes you coup de grace yourself, and there's like a really good chance that somebody picks that shit up, has the wrong weapon, and just fucking dies.
Yeah,
And there's
they're
nothing you can do about it.
Rise of the Rune Lords is like renowned as one of the most brutal APs. Honestly, I'm shocked there's been as little death as there has in our Wednesday game.
Have you ever
well-
played through Shattered Star?
No, we'll discuss it later, but I've heard Shattered Star has some fucking brutal moments.
Malachi doesn't have his HP bar.
Oh, let me change your HP bar. Hold on. It's
So,
not visible to you guys. So with a Oh my god, 34. Okay, so the door across from you, you can tell without even entering it that the behind it has been magically trapped, with some sort of like space bending planar magic. As you examine the trap.
Was that the only one?
Yeah, while Zakana's examining the trap, Akio, about
What's
that
up?
600 gold you owed me.
Yeah.
You have the ability to disable magic traps, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah. If you so normally when disabling traps, it's basically just all about taking 20, and then if your DC can beat the lock while taking 20, or beat the trap while taking 20, then it is successfully disabled.
And I've got.
All right. Can everyone else
as well,
see
so
Malachi's
it's
health bar? I don't think that's accurate, but can everyone see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like flat.
All right. Let me. Malachi, I'm gonna save it. So now, whenever you drag your token out onto the board, it should like have your name and stuff.
Okay.
All right. So taking 20 magic expertise.
What's your actual score?
Yeah.
then?
What's your actual bonus? While you get that, like the adding half your level, because it'll be 20 plus just your bonus, and if that's higher than this trap, you'll disable it.
My total is 15.
Total 15, so it's a 35. That is the like almost the exact DC of this. You're gonna
Wow,
disable it. Basically, what this would have done is it leads to a series of like multiple doors behind the first, which kind of like trap you guys like ever going on like infinite variations of the room, just like 3 doors over and over again.
I actually have this as well, so it would have been.
Eye of Vadros. Oh yeah, you could have seen through. That would have really helped with like the inner workings of the magical trap. You see all like the kind of magical ley lines going from the front door to these 3 doors, but you managed to disable all of them. With a disabled trap, you guys are gonna get some more XP here. Everyone's gonna get another 800 for avoiding the thrice-fold infinity door.
Finally, trap finding came into use.
You honestly never want it to come into use, but
I mean, fair.
But you want to have it if it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better Snape than Snarry, as my dad says.
Snape.
does he have like a lisp?
No, it's just he just thinks it's funny.
Okay.
The only accent he really has is he grew up in Boston, so sometimes the Bostonian sneaks through, even though he like has worked hard for it not to. So,
Oh my
this
god,
right?
dude.
So sometimes I'll visit. Holy, yeah, I think that's the right XP. Sometimes I'll visit. And He'll just be like, "All right, guys, like, we're gonna go out to dinner. Like, you guys go wait in the car."
Yeah.
We're like, the what,
That's what
Dad?
they
He's like, "Go wait in the car."
I feel that on a like an emotional level. I worked really hard to not sound like a hick. But if I ever get
You can tell
drunk
there's
and
a bending hallway up ahead. It wraps around up there.
Are there anything behind these doors, or was it just a trap?
With that perception check from this door, you can hear like the bubbling of more like gross water from the bottom one.
So there's nothing in here. B24.
No, it was just a straight up trap to fuck with you guys.
But there is something through the bottom door. He said more bubbling.
Yeah, there is like
Probably.
more bubbling noises coming from there.
Can we hear
Might
anything
check that one out.
from up here? Up north?
And also this door, like I said, this one is a bit more like ornate. Like those are kind of like plain wooden doors. This one's got like it's like peeling now because it's old, but got like some like decorative filigree, like art of like devils and shit. Then you see the corridor continues up
No
to the
traps,
north
eh,
as
this
well. No, this door doesn't have any traps.
Let's go through that one.
This bottom one.
The
Yeah,
Lord
the
of the Dungeon would have the most decorative door.
Hell
Do
yeah.
you think so?
If you guys want to go through there, let me zoom out a little bit so I can reveal this.
Well, I mean,
I could just
as
take
a
perception
lord.
from behind.
As a baron, I would recognize another royalty, right?
You
I took
you
a
guys
peek from
gain
behind.
royalty sight up to 60 feet.
Hey, Susan, I'm gonna need you to roll a knowledge nobility to see how much you actually know about being a baron.
Guys, wait till I introduce
Yeah.
a sub mini game where you guys actually have to run a fucking barony. We're gonna actually
I'm
divert this whole campaign and just run
Kingmaker?
run Kingmaker between books 2
Kingmaker.
and 3 of this game.
Oh god.
We just come back. We come back to book 3, level 20.
We take
Yeah.
over challenge.
You thought you guys weren't getting a challenge now. Just fucking wait till that happens. All right. So are you guys
I'm
trying to
down for that.
sneak through the door or like
Kick it in.
just okay, just fucking
Yeah, I
kick it
mean,
in?
Do you guys want me to just open up the back fog of war as well?
what'd you say?
Can I just like? Do you guys want me to
After this,
sneak down?
All right. Yeah,
Well,
you can always.
three
There's
people just fuck.
no time limit. You can always double back to that one.
yeah, Zakana, you can always go.
Zakana's like, I
Okay.
don't know. There could be treasure. Okay. Let me.
I know.
Who has the honor of just fucking booting this door in?
I'm gonna do this.
You want to try a strength roll? Be my guest. Oh, stealth roll. Okay.
Oh, hiding.
You like listen at the door. Doesn't sound like anything's rushing out to attack you. So it doesn't seem like they spotted you.
As in, can I stealth through it?
I feel like they're probably about to boot it, but
Well, hold on. If we're gonna just kick in the door of like a really ornate thing, I'm gonna ready an action to cast haste.
okay, you ready in action?
So are we booting or am I stealthing?
I think it looks like Susan's booting. Susan, you want to bring down your metal boot?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Right, I'm not stealthing.
Let me reveal this whole room. All right. A wooden stairway, its risers carpeted in a fine silk, and its banisters carved of dark wood, descends into a lake of bubbling filth and olive green sludge in this cavern. At the far side of the cavern, 3 natural stone steps rise up from the slime to a chamber of worked stone. Its floor stained and slathered with strings of dried ooze, mounds of filth. 2 alcoves to either side of this part of the chamber hold 2 stone chests. Everyone who's going through the door, give me a perception check. Highest right now is 35.
Fourth one from Accio.
Accio has just had this picture of Labrad in priest robes with a tiny holy symbol stuck in his head for the last like hour and just can't can't concentrate. All right, so highest is a 35. So you guys are gonna see excuse me, you guys are gonna see at the back some of that slime is actually 2 monsters you have fought on stage at the play. There are some Lemure devils that are guarding the 2 treasure chests. And the way that this staircase works, it's a little bit hard to visualize. Basically, when you guys first come in, it descends down to this middle section, and then each wing going off to the side continues down until you go into the ooze. So you could walk down there and then be like walking under the platform, if that makes sense. And the drop.
How high is that platform?
The platform is about 10 feet. So it's about 10 feet from the top where that arrow's coming from to like the surface of the olive green ooze.
Okay.
So not terribly far. What would you guys like to do with that?
I mean, I think I could take care of this, guys. Honestly.
I mean, yeah, if they were the ones that were in the play.
That's what it's for.
So, come on. It's too easy.
All right. You're gonna throw
Why
off.
is it not really damage?
What?
Never mind. Just ignore me.
Okay.
Flaming sphere.
Which one are you summoning the flaming sphere on though? Left or right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Reflex 18.
Yeah.
That's actually gonna be a pass on a natural 19 on the dice. But I
damn.
believe that's still it still takes half. All right. So you slightly burn with that one. Let's jump into initiative here. I'm gonna open mission order. Let's get the Lemures in.
Why is it not clicking? I don't understand. Oh, I'm in the.
Yeah, you have ruler selected, not select.
Dude, it happens to the best of us.
There you go. All right, that's better.
18.
Yeah, because you need a 34 initiative.
What's their bonus again? Okay, that's not very much of a bonus. All right, everybody in?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. We're gonna start off with Zakana.
Are they flat?
Yeah, they're flat-footed. They have not acted yet.
Okay. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna move to the banister here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yeet a dagger across to them.
All right, are you going for the one that has the flaming sphere on it? Oh, sorry, on the GM layer. Flaming
flaming
sphere
one,
one's
yeah.
here. Okay, go for that one.
Yep. Just a second. I just gotta refresh this real quick. It's just gonna take a second. My character list isn't loading.
Dude, this fucking devil's
keep
dunzo.
Keep closing it for nothing. There you go. All right.
That is a hit, and with 19 sneak attack damage, the dagger goes straight into this bubbling mass of flesh, somehow finds the heart, and as it pierces it out the other side, the flaming sphere, like, boils the heart into nothingness. That is one Lemure demon down. Or Lemure devil, excuse me. As this goes off with that incredible display, we're going to get a By the Gods buff from the chat. Everyone is going to be affected, centered on Zakana by a prayer spell. Basically, it's like a +1 to everything, and the foes take a -1. And it is a luck bonus, so it should stack with all your guys' stuff. So shout out to chat for that buff. With that, let's move on to Acro, not Akio.
I am going to move 30 feet, I guess.
Okay.
And I don't think I need to do anything here.
Are you wearing the sandals?
Fair enough.
No. I'm gonna be having the boots of spring and striding on.
Are you able to double move down?
I mean, is this the same kind of murky, awful water? The filth?
It looks pretty nasty, yeah. Like,
honestly, I'll just ready an action where if an enemy approaches, I'll attack with my flail.
okay. Akio. From the back, what you doing?
Moving the flaming sphere on top of the other one.
Alright, moving the flaming sphere to the other one. 18 is the reflex save, right?
Yep.
It is going to fail at a 17. Go ahead and roll damage. 8. I will say these ones seem slightly hardier than the last ones, but not by a lot. However, as that turn ends, are you going to take a move as well? Before I describe anything? Alright. As this happens, a creature of just disgusting slime and nightmare with a mixture of spikes, horns, a beard that has little grasping hands instead of hair, and a tentacle covered in eyes rises out of the water, wielding a multitude of weapons. I'm gonna pop this guy out bigger so you guys can see him.
If only I was one space closer.
I put him back where he was. Zakana, his arms extend, and he is going to try and hit you with 2 different weapons and 2 tentacles on a full round attack. So, first up, one of the tentacles is holding a long sword. He's going to try to slice at you with that. Does a 19 hit.
I've got this, so I've got like 1+1 per sneak attack die
That you rolled that round.
So
You
I
how
rolled
many did you
4.
roll on the dagger throw? 4?
4.
Okay, so
4d6.
so that would be 23. That's going to be a miss on the first swing. Here comes sword swing number 2. That is going to be a potential crit. Does not confirm, but is going to hit. You are going to take 10 damage, and I need you to give me a fortitude save.
Oh boy. Fortitude. Oh.
You feel as the sword digs into you, it gives this like burning but also icy sensation, seeming to try to like corrupt your wound, and make it bleed more, but it stops. You fight off the effects. All right.
It's really cruel to rub your weapons in Tiger Balm.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Tiger Balm. This fucking episode sponsored by Tiger Balm.
I thought this episode was sponsored by Twitch.
Oh my god, this is okay. The next longsword, in his other hand, second magical longsword, misses. That leaves us with 2 tentacles. First tentacle is gonna hit. You're gonna take 4 damage. And what is your combat maneuver defense?
My CBD is 18.
18. Oh, very close. On a 16, you avoid the grapple that it comes the on. And finally, this is going to be a bite attack.
How many attacks? Sheesh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks on a full round. 16 bite attack misses. As this thing's attacking, in infernal and like a booming voice, he is just like, "Oh dear," and everybody understands like, "Leave my slime pit. It is only for me." With that crazy creature's turn is the devils. One of them is already dead. This one is just going to straight submerge itself in the ooze and walks like straight underwater. Malachi. What would you like to do? And if anyone has a knowledge planes check, they can try to figure out what the fuck this thing is. With a 7, accurate, you're just like, it's some kind of fucked up. This is not like any creature that should exist. Akio, were you rolling that too? I saw you typing.
I don't have planes.
Oh, you don't have planes? Okay.
I was gonna type out a joke about how planes don't exist in Pathfinder, but
awesome, yeah, good. I'm sorry I deprived
I
the
just
world
had
of
to
that
say
content.
yeah.
Malachi,
I'm
what,
not.
what would you like to do on this turn? Hello? Malachi?
What's the question?
I was seeing what Malachi wants to do, but I can't. He's not answering now. All right, we'll double back to Malachi. Maybe he's having some mic trouble here.
The answer is almost always just gonna be flurry.
Yeah, but I want to see like how far he moves in, where he's gonna try to get the best angle from, etc., etc.
Okay.
Susan, let's do yours while it goes.
Am I allowed to, on a charge, attack a creature at an angle?
Yeah, I mean, right now, the way it's like so big, its tentacles are still like kind of waving in the air around Zakana. So like at the very least, to be able to like slice forward and hit them.
Okay, so I can go straight in front of Accio and still hit it.
Straight in front of Akio's behind you.
Straight in front of Acro. God, I hate your guys' names.
Dude, I don't. It's a fucking never-ending source of amusement to me. All right.
If Zakana dies, I'll make a character called Eklo.
So
No, that's
I
too
move
many.
there, and I'm gonna take the op.
Okay. Let's see. Moving in there. It is gonna try to op you with its best sword.
Wait, does it have 15-foot reach?
Mhm.
Okay.
Or at least, sorry, it's not the sword that's attacking. It has 15-foot reach on the tentacles, so it could get an op attack with a 15-foot tentacle. On a nat 1 though, you like easily just kind of slap it away with the flat of your blade, leaving
No,
you in.
I matrix style it.
Oh, matrix. This like gross, like dripping with slime, covered in eyeballs tentacle. The eyeballs like wetly blink on the way by. You slide underneath it, putting you in attack range. Go ahead and do your roll. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Fucking. All right.
So-
that is a confirmed crit.
Only the first attack is there because of the charge, right?
Mhm.
So it's not a full round.
Yeah, just the first attack. The first attack, that is a confirmed crit. Holy is it's against any
I'm assuming it's
evil, right?
evil outsider.
It is an evil outsider.
Evil outsider.
It is indeed an evil outsider. It's an extra 7. That's 48 damage. I'm going to say with that much damage, not only is it badly wounded, you fully sever one of the tentacles, removing one of its tentacle attacks. It's just like, the tentacles flailing around. Wow. That thing
God bless it. I should have hit smite.
Dude, a smite would have just fucking ended that thing. But it is looking bad now.
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
rough. Zakana, that is you, up next to the strange creature.
Is Malachi still AFK or does he want to
Malachi, any word? Maybe he's having. He's still in the chat, so I don't know if he's having like internet stuff.
He didn't respond to the Roll20 stuff.
Yeah, I messaged him on Discord too.
All right. I don't want to hold up your guys' game. If he might just be having some connection issues, so we'll keep going for now. Zakana, top of the order, disgusting sewer beast in front of you.
Well, should I be aggressive or defensive, guys?
Just kill it.
Yeah, just kill it.
I mean, you can
almost
see
dead.
it's like fucking spewing like greenish ichor out of that wound that Susan just severed. Holy fuck.
Acrobatics down here.
That is the shallowest part, so you can stand there. It's right by the stairs. That also completely gets by his CMD as he tries to op attack you, like slashing longsword into the air. You like just tuck into a ball, backflip, stick the landing, end up behind him in flanking position. That is a move, so you're only going to get one attack, but this is with flanking and sneak attack.
Yep, sneak attack. So he won't be able to make op attacks anymore.
No, not with the
If I hit.
CMD exceeded. All right, 18 is that with flanking?
No.
Without? Okay, so that's a 20. That is going to be a hit then.
I'm gonna roll 1d4 plus 1 for the op attacks.
Let me see.
Which is only 22.
All right, you do this debilitating attack. As you drive by him, you don't even need the debilitating attack. With flanking, he's still distracted by the warrior of God that just sliced off one of his tentacles. And you just drive your knife into the back of this thing's skull with a wet thwacking sound. And the being known as the Outcast King sinks back into the ooze.
He wasn't a real king. I know, I'm a baron.
As you look to your, now that you're close enough, you feel something bump into your legs. You realize it can't op attack you because that incredible acrobatics check, but the other Lemure is like right next to you. It's basically just like literally chilling under the surface of the water, enjoying the slime.
Slap.
Acro, 'tis your turn.
what happens to the corpse of this thing? Can he stand on it?
Yeah, I'd say it probably floats. I'd say maybe you'd have to make like a reflex save to avoid it getting like too wobbly and falling in. But if you want to, Acro, you can try to stand on this thing.
It's pretty big, right?
Oh yeah.
Did Acro vanish too?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted. So sorry.
I was about to say, like, are we
is
just
this
dropping like
platform-
flies?
Yeah. No, I was actually muted. So is this platform we're on? Is it like raised like a significant height,
Not
or
too
is it
significant.
like
It's 10 feet.
just like 10 feet from the water?
Yeah. So I mean, from this thing's like bobbing body, it's probably like 7 feet.
Would I get like a like acrobatics bonus if I were to try to jump like next to Zakana to the other edge because of the height difference, like to the stairs?
I would reduce
steps?
reduce the DC for sure because
The
you have
DC?
like a. Yeah, that's like a good arc. You'd definitely get like a bit. It'd be easier to do.
Because I don't trust myself with just a flat acrobatics to stand on this thing. I think a jump would be more appropriate.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna try to jump towards Zakana.
You like take a few steps back, jump, leap off. A 3 is not quite enough. I'm gonna say with a 3,
-5.
you're gonna
I'm in
slam
plate armor.
down. You're gonna slam down onto this thing.
What does
I'm gonna give you a reflex save to see if you can like hold onto its horns and not just like fall in the water.
Well, that's my other wonderful saving. Oh, that's actually
Hey,
not
that's
bad.
actually pretty. Yeah, that'll do it. 19 will do it. You like utterly misjudge where to place your foot on the railing and just full like put your boot down before you even get to the railing. Do one of those like, you know, tabletop trips where you flip over frontways, but you grab onto the dead body's horns like for dear life.
So is he prone?
I would say he's prone, but you can still make an attack from prone if you want to try to stab into the water.
Like, where would I be? You
I
can
would
move me.
say, yeah, I'd say you're probably like in the corner by Zakana over here.
Okay, then, yeah, I mean, what else am I gonna do, right? What's the penalty for prone?
It's
-4?
-4.
Okay.
And then he's a
so-
little bit
But you-
underwater, so there's a slight penalty from that, but his AC's also not that
Yeah.
high, so.
Don't
You also have high
don't forget about prayer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do
Oh,
plus
so-
1 luck bonus. I'll tell you right now,
Okay,
the luck
so-
bonus to acrobatics would not have been enough. The 4 wouldn't have.
Oh, the DC wasn't 4?
Yeah, shockingly not.
I'm shocked. Okay, then subtract 3 from this roll instead of the 4.
Okay.
16. And then the water bonus.
And then water, which would, with that amount of water, it's a -2, which brings down to 14, which is a Lemure Devil's exact AC is 14.
Cool.
So let's,
I had 16.
a gross bunch of chunks of devil just float up to the top of the water as you brain this thing.
16. Wow.
He'd already been burned a bit by the sphere, which is why otherwise it wouldn't have finished him off.
So
Okay.
boss fight, 3 rounds. That
Shut up.
And an AFK player as well.
He could have wrecked Zakana on that fucking opening maneuver, and he just ate it so hard.
Yeah, I've never seen a monster designed to grapple somebody miss the grapple.
I know.
Yeah.
It's because he rolled a fucking 2.
Did you roll a 2? Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say.
Sweet Christmas.
Offensive, defensive is pretty good as well.
All right, let's see. Let's get you guys some XP here.
Hold on, can I put the flaming sphere under the poop water?
Yeah. Starts to boil.
oh god, gross, man.
Yeah, I'm getting out of
Oh,
that.
man.
He's like,
Oh. Getting here.
Accio again.
everybody gets another 800 for that quote unquote boss fight.
800?
Yeah. So you guys got this big pool of slime, and you still have those 2 iron chests. or sorry, stone chests, one on either side.
Zakana did not.
Oh, that's where the chests were. So
Yeah,
these are stairs.
The little
or something
alcoves. Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. So the stairs just kind of
Oh.
go. Presumably, this place didn't used to be filled with like sewer water. So those stairs probably led down to like a nice floor and a set of stairs, like leading back up this way.
But you're telling me
uh,
the poop wasn't always here?
No, whatever fucking wizard designed this demiplane did not actually build it with poop water in mind. They did, however, build the creature you just killed by magically grafting a bearded devil to a Otyugh.
So he kind of had it in mind.
I mean, it was a happy accident.
There's no such thing as mistakes. Just
Wait,
happy little
43,
poopy
350.
accidents.
Zakana takes it's like
Oh, no.
you like kind of you really like treasure. You're looking at the chests, but you can't help but look back as Acro begins to like take 20 to like slowly like paddle with his flail to try to get the dead corpse to the
man.
stairs. It's a wonderful sight.
Yeah. It's a canoe paddle. I'm using it as.
He's literally up shit creek. Okay. So Acro, you're going for that chest on the left there?
Yeah.
All right. Boo, 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 boo.
Do you want to try to
So,
perceive anything?
Um,
Or anything?
do you want to try to perceive something? You can make it as well.
I tried.
Oh yeah, you
I
got
saw
the nat one. Hence the description. Are you just like popping it open, Acro? Or are you trying to like look around? What do you think you would do?
I'll just pop it open. I don't mind.
Okay, in the left chest, you see a strange object made of wood and metal, shaped in the shape of a dodecahedron, like a D12, about 6 inches in diameter, each face carved with a different rune. As you look into it, or onto it, you get the unsettling sensation that you can see too many sides at once. Like the way a dodecahedron is, you can only see like 4 sides, like maybe 5 from the direction you're looking at. You feel like weirdly you can see more than that. I'm going to drop you guys a picture of it though, but from the description, this appears to be the Chelish crux that you were looking for.
Oh.
You can see all like the metal bits are like slightly glowing red with like an infernal light. All right,
Huh.
Well, I'm gonna open my chest.
all right, we'll do that.
Paladin before he sunders it for being evil.
Before we talk about that like puzzle box thing you just got, or before we go to the next chest, you guys are gonna get 3,200 story award, basically for recovering the crux. This is like the end of the book award essentially. Although you guys can still go back and explore the last few rooms of the dungeon. Going into the other chest, there is a whole bunch of stuff. There's like pounds of long outdated investment papers, lists of debts, notes on blackmail victims. While once probably worth a shit ton of money, most of these like investments are completely worthless now. Give me an appraise check to see if there are any investments that are still like salvageable, like any companies that might still like have the equivalent of like stock, things like that. Okay, you think you could salvage about 20,000 gold pieces of value out of these.
Holy what?
You do realize that back in the day, this was probably worth like 120,000.
Okay. Put it in the loot list as well.
So maybe my leadership feat wasn't entirely necessary?
No, it 100% was. We're still.
It's
even
still gonna be.
with
You're gonna be able to
the-
craft so much more stuff. I like knew this was coming, but I think you're gonna be able to craft mad gear with all this. And you guys
I mean, like, even
do have there's downtime between book 2 and 3 for crafting. So
even with the 10 grand we got this session, we're still like, if we weren't getting all of the extra magic items, we would be 100% under by like I think still a third.
yeah, the intention of this part is certainly to give you guys crafting stuff because there is I believe it's a 2-week gap between the books for like you guys to like in characters, like you're resting, recovering, sorting out any problems that the resistance might have. There is a lot of stuff in that chest as well. I'm gonna drop that in the chat, in the Discord chat, just because it'll be easier to view for you guys. But it's like scrolls, spell books, like wands. That's the first half.
The 20,000. I'm going to. I'll add all that to the loot list, but I'm not going to put the 20,000 on the loot list. Everyone just add 4,000 to your character.
Right, and here's the second half of that.
You should just have 9,000 on your character right now from the 5,000 earlier and this 4,000.
Correct. Everyone should have a minimum 9,000. Okay. We still got like half an hour in the session still going on, a little bit more. So with your item recovered, the one you got sent in here for, a good haul of treasure. The only places in this dungeon you have not explored are just up the hallway north of this room.
And we have to double back for that Asmodeus thing.
If you want, you can say you go back through the fucking sewer area to try to get it.
I mean, I could just mage hand it over.
Sure, you can try that too. Are you doing that first?
No, let's do the top first.
Okay. Cool. All right, as you guys get to that bend, give me 1 second. I'm going to reveal the rest of that corridor. And presumably as you guys are walking up, I'm just going to reveal a good chunk right here.
I'm going to drink a potion of Cure Light Wounds as well.
Just use the wand, dog.
How many? I thought you guys you guys used exactly like half the charges last time, right?
I was keeping track of the charges.
Or maybe that was a different game I'm thinking of.
Party.
Yeah, party loot list says 44.
Yeah, there's no way we used a 50 charge wand, like half of a 50 charge wand.
All right, so D8 plus 1, so 7 on the first one. Just keep racking those up and then count how many charges you used, so that the party can keep track. So there is a corridor that leads to the left around a little bend that you can't quite see. Up top, it looks like it leads into a circular room that you'll be able to see from the bend. Actually, you'll be able to get a pretty good angle in there. So I'm just going to reveal that. Up to you whether you want to go to the circle room or explore around that left corner, but I'll describe the circle room first because you'll be able to see it. All right. This strangely shaped chamber is empty of furnishings. A large circular side chamber next to it contains what appears to be a weirdly flickering, like, energy staircase leading up into a shadowy shaft above. What do you guys want to do? You want to go toward that room or try to look to the left? Perception? Okay. Yeah, you do not hear anything coming from that room.
Interesting.
But if you advance more, I can reveal that because it's basically like a round little bend right here.
Is there nothing up in B22 as well?
That's the one I was talking about with like the semi-transparent staircase. Is up there.
Right. So do I have to go into that to perceive it? Or?
From that angle, you can't see much more than what I described from the angle you're at.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You could give me a perception check, particularly on the staircase as you get to that point.
Is everyone with me or am I alone?
I'm with you. I'm assuming everybody else is too.
Yeah, I think everyone
Yeah,
just wasn't
I'm
dragon
here.
characters
I
yet.
was just laid on
All
moving.
right. With 25, it looks like the staircase is not complete. It stops near the top.
So you need to acrobatics across to it.
It's just like a like it goes up in the middle of this circular room, but it like doesn't appear to go anywhere. It looks like it just kind of abruptly ends.
And I don't see anything above.
Just like shadowy darkness.
Ooh. Well, anybody wants to climb it, guys?
Up to you guys. If you want to give it a whirl, be my guest.
Shadowy darkness.
Yeah,
Before...
nothing bad could possibly happen.
I guess before we
Yeah,
climb,
darkness
I'll
or-
cast see invisibility on myself. Just
Okay. Your
in
eyes
case.
kind of blaze
It lasts
with
for
like
an hour.
a blue arcane spark. Yeah, I think it's like an hour per level, right?
It's 10 minutes per level.
Oh, 10 minutes
so it's
level, okay.
empty. Yeah.
All right. So as you climb, give me a perception check as you're like looking up into that like shadow stuff.
Who's climbing?
Acro. It looks like the staircase goes up for about 30 feet, but it just stops at that shadow stuff. You don't see it like doing anything else.
I'll yell down to the rest of them that it looks fine. There's just shadows.
I'm gonna try to put stone up into it. Is that okay?
Just straight up.
Straight up, nothing on the
Yeah,
stairs
you
and then
can try to eat that shit right up there.
How do I do that?
I'd say just give me the knife throw roll, and I'll add. It'll be -4. And however high you get, will be how high that's gonna get.
I'm gonna go climb the stairs and throw it.
Right. You climb up the stairs a little bit, throw the knife up into the shadow stuff. It briefly vanishes from sight, and then like falls back, spinning through the air, clatters to the ground below.
Nothing happened.
Do you guys continue up it or just kind of
I-
abandon the staircase?
I'm
Continue
just
up the
gonna
staircase.
throw out one of my level 3 spells, I guess, and we're gonna try to see if it's magic. And dispel it.
Is this on like the shadow stuff or like the staircase?
The shadow stuff.
Okay.
I don't think Acro would think it would be the staircase itself.
Okay, go ahead and give me a caster level check versus the shadow stuff.
I'm trying. Will this work? Okay, it does work.
Okay, compare it to the 11 plus. Okay. The shadow stuff begins to kind of like fade and clear away. Now all that's left is a like brick stone ceiling. Doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Maybe
if you
Draconic can climb up and look for a secret door.
yeah, if you can try. Do you want to give me a perception check,
Yeah.
Zana, as you Zakana, as you go to the top?
Yep. I'll do
It
that.
like, could be a trapdoor in the ceiling.
I didn't hear a clang earlier. Hey.
So it looks like with the shadow stuff gone, there's no like doors or traps. But it looks like the staircase through the shadow stuff would have been meant to transport things perhaps out of this dimension somewhere else.
And now it's gone.
It is unclear.
sorry,
I'll say it's unclear whether or not it was like very well made, like completed, you know?
yeah.
But it seems like the intention, just about like the bricks and like markings left on them, that Zakana sees. The intention was probably some sort of like transport system. Whether that was a good transport system is kind of up for debate.
Probably not if I dispelled it with a 15.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a fair point.
Okay, we're just gonna walk off and this is the spell now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed a bunch. I was typing in the loot list and stuff. We just dispelled the transport system.
There was some shadows at a staircase, and I got rid of them, and it led nowhere.
Yeah.
So basically,
Give me a
It was
I would say
not
actually
important.
Acro. Give me a knowledge planes check as you dispel that.
yeah, I may need to start putting more points into that if I'm the only member with
So-
ones.
With an 11, just barely enough. You needed a 10. You would realize that most like transport and magical systems is all out with like teleportation, conjuration magic. This appeared to be more planar magic. It looks like they were using the shadow stuff that makes up the border between the material and the shadow plane to transport things. Because
we don't
like
know
skirt,
necessarily
yeah, you don't
where
know
it was going.
Yeah, not necessarily where it's going. You would know enough that it's like when people kind of are in that shadow stuff on like that razor thin edge between those two planes, travel is like it's not instantaneous, but it's a lot quicker. Like let's say, the equivalent of as if you were walking, but you were going like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes compared to an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of like dilates the time a little bit.
Okay. Well, we got what we came for.
And so now the only place you haven't been down is like that curving corner room over here. So now that you go down that little bit, Zakana, I'm gonna reveal this room and describe exactly what you're actually looking at here. This chamber is filled with clutter and junk. Crates, old weapons, partially assembled suits of armor, statuettes, poorly preserved monstrous trophies, torture instruments, coils of chain. All of this stuff is piled 10 feet high along the walls, including big items such as oars, flagpoles, even a ship's mast pressing at an angle across the room, as if to support the entire structure.
Perception?
Yeah, search maybe.
Yeah, you can do a perception check in the room. All right, it's a 20. Okay. You notice a few items kind of stand out. A lot of it looks like it's just junk. Like it looks like this was someone's like basically like a storage unit. They were just chucking stuff in here. There's some cool stuff though. There's like a spyglass, looks very well made. There's some masterwork full plate. There's a nice halberd. There's a big old like clockwork, maybe made by gnomes, repeating crossbow. And there's supposed to be some kind of magical rope that like shimmers with purple light. Additionally, it looks like in a small niche in the wall, there is a draped white sheet with several chains dangling in front of it. But as you look, you realize that the way the sheet is hanging looks like it's like hanging off the curves of a body.
I guess we should investigate that first, in case it comes alive.
Yeah, well, I'll have my greatsword ready.
All right.
Okay.
Who's advancing? It's basically in the like the bottom corner next to Susan, like right there.
Yeah, I'll get a little bit further in.
I just fell asleep, guys.
Did you actually?
Yeah, just sitting here.
Wake yourself up. It's okay. We'll go to bed soon. It's we got about like 15 minutes left.
It's only 7:30, dog.
All right. In that case,
I'm a mess.
I have zero sympathy.
True.
All right. So, how are you guys? Like, are you like just pulling the sheet off? How are you approaching this?
Yeah, I guess we'll just pull the sheet off.
All right.
we're
As
not.
you rip it off, you see a figure wrapped head.
Rip. Pull.
Pull. If you pull it off, you see a figure wrapped head to toe in like strips of moldering linen. And you see its head kind of like jerk to the side as it seems to stare at you guys. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
God bless it.
Little chibi mummy. Blah. Alright, let's remove the outcast king, so briefly lived, from the order. Alright.
Damn, you have a plus 14 to initiative. That's insane.
We're the king killer.
That is a truly disgusting bonus. Alright. Malachi definitely goes before him. Let's switch that order up. Okay. Starting off with Zakana.
Malachi's not even. Malachi doesn't
He
even.
didn't
Fucking...
even roll.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's... Blah.
Here, I'll roll for him real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, you still have a sheet.
In case he shows back up.
Well, anyway, while you're rolling that, exact same roll. Zakana's turn. So you move up behind Susan. Are you trying to like throw around him? What's the move here?
Yeah.
You'll need to put me after Zakana. It moved me to the bottom for some reason.
Oh, hold on. Let me refresh it.
I
There
also
was a
got
5 step,
18.
right? So I'll throw another one as well.
There you go. That's shorter.
Oh, hold on. I don't think that was the right dagger throw. Give me a second.
22. Was that the right one?
That one's the correct one, you know.
Okay. 18 is going to be a hit against the
Offense.
mummy's flat-footed. Oh, actually, it's not going to be against his flat-footed. It seems to sink into like the desiccated flesh, but just not hit anything vital. So it's less that it like bounces off, more like that it just didn't hit anything good. All right, so those like shonk, shonk, they just like sink into this ancient corpse, which brings us to Acro.
Move action. I'm gonna study him.
Okay.
Swift action. I'm gonna choose Undead Bane.
Hell yeah.
I'll take a 5-foot step and then I'll attack him with power attack. Oh baby!
Why?
Green.
Okay. Holy
Can
shit.
we use that 2d6 of the sneak to be my Bane damage, or should I reroll 2d6?
You can use that as the Bane damage. I'm fine with that. Sufficient.
Okay.
Okay, so 37, 49. You hit this mummy so like just dead square in the chest. You hear like old ancient ribs just crack and shatter. And your flail literally flies out the back before you like pull it back towards you. There's just a gaping hole in this mummy's chest. It is barely still functioning as an undead.
Have you guys noticed I always crit against undead?
You really do. You are the fucking bane of my existence with undead enemies. Quite literally. The bane.
Protest does not like undead. I do not like undead. It's very fitting.
But Labrad from your like under your armor is just like, yes, praise Grotus, slay the unclean undead. Akio, you hear shouts of zealotry from a mouse and a brutal rib cracking sound. What do you do from back there?
I'm
Flaming spear.
just thinking. About how fucked up it is that we have to fight so many fucking undead, dude.
Sometimes we fight devils.
Dude, there's gonna be some. There's some enemies that I am sure you are going to completely ruin my day with. Very soon in book 3. Never fear. Oh my god, this mummy's gonna get fucking obliterated.
Hey, you should smite it, Susan.
Everyone's like arms and legs speed up. It seems like the mummy's moving in slow motion as this party of pure aristocratic blue bloods gets ready to absolutely lay waste to the undead. Susan, Almost scared. Oh no, it's fucking undead. It's double damage on the first smite.
It sure is. So,
Let's play how far into negatives we're gonna go.
Crit.
Dude, if he fucking crits on a smite, I'm just gonna. He can be the DM. He absorbs my powers.
He just drives over to your house, kills you. What's that movie called with there can be only one?
Highlander.
you know what? Okay,
Just
Yeah.
fucking Highlanders me. Takes my fucking ring
So-
light.
I am going to free action rage.
I fucking forgot he could do that. Fuck.
Swift action smite,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna smash it as hard as I can.
Sweet Jesus. Yeah, believe it or not, a 29 hits.
It's actually plus 6 more damage than that because of it's the first attack.
Holy shit, and it's got the holy. Okay, so that's 33. 41.
The holy. I don't think the holy applies because is it an evil
Oh
outsider?
no, it's not. It's just evil undead. Still though, that's 33 damage.
This mummy came from space.
Yes.
Face mummy.
How do you kill the mummy? Bring it
That's
down
for the
to
first attack.
to.
That's
Oh,
the first
God.
attack.
But
Wait. Okay, the second one is
I-
not hit
oh,
flat-footed.
right.
Second one is not hit flat-footed.
What
What
about your
but
your
it's
third?
prone,
physical
right? It was
attack?
just laying there.
He
No,
was
no, it
standing.
was standing. It was like propped up in the corner.
Like in a vertical sarcophagus,
Oh,
I imagine, kind of. but,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it was like under a
under a
sheet
sheet.
draped up. That's why it like was kind of
Yeah.
draped over like the body shape I was describing. I probably didn't describe it very well there.
I just imagined it was like a lamp with a sheet over it.
I will say, even with the +4 from it being prone, it would have been a 19. It's mummies. An average Pathfinder mummy is 20 flat-footed.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
What about your
But
haste
even
attack,
so,
though?
how do you kill it? Because the first attack reduced it to -22.
oh, so there's no point in me rolling my haste attack.
Okay, I mean, if you want to, let's play. How far can you disintegrate this fucking thing?
Would a 21 hit? It's flat-footed. Or no, it still would have only been 20. Never mind.
A 20 would have hit its flat-footed.
Because haste gives him a +1.
Right. That.
I
but
think that was included
I added
in
the haste.
Oh,
No, it wasn't included in the first one, but it is included in this one, so I would have missed on the second one anyways.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so
I mean, it's still
how do I
super
kill
dead.
it?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing to it?
So, as I slash through it, one of its ribbons of wrapping snags on the hilt of my blade, and
God.
my follow through just unwraps the thing entirely.
It's like fully starts spinning around in circles.
Like a top.
Like a
exactly.
top, because of the hole in the chest put by Acro. It just comes apart at the seams, and like bones and bits of dried flesh just go everywhere. This thing is very, very much truly dead this time. With a mummy, everyone is gonna get 400 XP.
Fuck Mummy Rock. All my homies hate Mummy Rock.
Dude, fuck mummy. All right, and I'm gonna
I would have been able to cure it anyways.
tree
Yeah.
that. God, paladins fucking rule. Everyone come at me. I love paladins so much.
400 XP.
400 XP, and because you guys already spotted all this stuff, and I feel like at this point everything's dead in the dungeon, you'll be able to just identify stuff. Here is the items that are actually nice in the junk, and the shimmering rope is a rope of climbing.
Ah, we can replace our rope.
Yeah, fuck the old rope, bro.
Our rope? We should all have rope. What kind of adventurers don't have 50-foot rope?
Dude, this is communist
We're
rope.
noble.
Only me and you have rope.
We're noble.
We don't carry our own rope.
Please,
Actually,
please.
like-
I would love it so much if everyone went to like the hireling section and just paid for a daily butler for like 2 gold pieces.
Are we getting a the unholy symbol?
Oh yeah, you wanted to go. What was your plan, Akio? You're gonna mage hand it,
Went
right?
to the mage.
Mage hand it into the Kana. Or the ground. Whatever.
All right. As you mage hand it over on the ground, does anyone want to like pick it up, or how are you guys like getting this thing?
I've got a sack we could put it into.
Yeah, we could just put it in the handy haversack, honestly.
Yeah. All right. Go straight
No
in the handy
touches.
haversack. You guys can. Just write
What's
down.
that?
Write down for now that you have. You know exactly what it is. Just write down that you have an iron holy symbol of Asmodeus. Also,
That we're not touching.
assuming you guys are just getting, since you guys are remembering to go all that stuff. If you guys want to go back for his long swords that the beast was holding, he's got a +1 keen long sword and a +1 defending
yes.
long sword.
Oh yes, these things, guys.
I like to imagine Zakata, who's long sword, was getting like absolutely stabbed by this hideous monster. It's like, oh, but its swords are so cool.
I want them. Leave them inside.
All right. I mean, that's a good. You guys have just successfully completed book 2, the sixfold trial.
I also want to.
Where's my triumph music? Fanfare.
Final Fantasy.
All right. So, just to give you a little preview. Go ahead.
As well. There's that pawn. There's the pawn in B10. We wanted to go and dive in and more stuff in as well.
B10. I think you guys got all the stuff out of there, didn't you? Or you said you were gonna search it. Didn't you guys? Did you guys not search it? I thought you got like some treasure out of there.
We got
No, so
5
we got
items.
some stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, we
you
got
wanted
it.
to go back? Okay, give me 1 second to go back to B10, and I'll show you. I'll get you some other stuff. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head what you guys missed, so I'm just gonna put the potential items back in there. Those are the potential items in the pool.
Yeah, I think we got the gems.
I feel like we got the wand as well.
I think you got the gems
Alright.
and the wand.
So we got the gold ring.
Yeah, that's fine. On
We
the mask as well.
have the 4 amethysts. We have the wand of levitate. We have the mask.
So we were just missing the pouch.
Yeah, the pouch of 52 silver, and that's all we didn't have.
We didn't even need that.
Well, you got it.
That is
I mean,
5.2 gold.
If we're throwing it away, I'll take it.
You,
Yeah,
a
I'm
baron,
not gonna
taking 5.2 gold. Next is gonna be book 3 of Counts of Thieves. What Lies in Dust, including such exciting locations as Massacre House and the Devil Drome.
Ba, ba, ba.
That was a good session, though, guys. I'm going to give a quick shout-out to Sirenscape here. Thanks, as always, to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download either the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 10 sound sets that are included to get you started. You don't need to register. Just go over to Sirenscape.com to find out more. I'm going to just drop kind of our regular links into the chat here. It's, what sound packs we usually use. What game we played tonight, so you can look at that book in case you ever want to play it as well. Our Discord server if you want to join, and if anyone wants to listen to the Sundine Chronicles, it's the original podcast where I homebrewed my campaign, entirely written by me using Pathfinder rules. It is now pretty much on every major podcasting platform, so go check it out. Episode 2 comes out this Monday. That's about it. Thanks everyone for watching. Click quick ad break. See y'all later. And for our players,